Whoa, what the fuck? Someone already fucking posting. Holy shit. There we go.
Old Spice, Sleepy Joe on the mic.
They know the clock stops for Joe and Barack. We about to be cooking. You get the pan, I get the crock pot.
Take a look inside your heart. Is there any room for me? I won't have to hold my breath till you get down on one knee, because you only want to hold me when I'm looking good enough.
Come on, man.
Did you ever feel me? Would you ever picture us?
Crock.
Every time I pull my hair, well, it's only out of fear that you'll find me ugly and one day you'll disappear. Because what's the point of crying? It was never even love.
Yeah, man.
Did you ever want me? Was I ever good enough?
Crock. Yeah.
The boy's a liar.
Awesome big spider
The boy's
posting.
a liar.
Say your goodbye.
Cool spiders being posted.
You're not looking at me, boy. The boy's a liar.
Yeah, he's a cat.
The boy's a liar.
Go tell him that.
He doesn't see ya. You're not looking at me, boy. Good enough, good enough, good enough, good enough.
Yeah, I'm good enough. In my suit or with my hoodie up. Just listen to this verse, folks.
They say that I'm good enough.
Grabbing my
Everybody
da-da-da.
thinking about shit that I shouldn't.
So I tell him it's one of me. He making fun of me. His girl is a bum.
Yes, it is the Joe Biden rap. Yes, ma'am. We are going in. This is gonna be the new. I see there's a lot of spiders in chat. I'm happy about that. That's a good thing. This is gonna be the new stream start. Usually you wait like a couple minutes in case Twitch auto loads ads. James, thank you. James, you feature on this stream, in fact, but it'll be in a while. I know you're playing Lancer. We're gonna be going. Oh, okay. Thank you very much, James. What the fuck is a little thing? Image King. Okay, I want to say that's like a fucking like tier 30 fucking thing. I'm so happy the carbonite is gone. What the fuck is the carbonite? Gets really scared.
That's the 2010s.
Nobody calls the 2010s the dimes.
Oh, James, you have to stream. I don't have your sub emotes right now.
That's why everyone's moving to Delaware.
They are. Look at the census.
Who is Gay Mario?
Go back to making your little Spotify playlist, you bum.
You know
I have a
will.
sub to
And
that,
I'll
it
sip
looks
my
like.
boba tea while I do
Cool.
it. Hustle culture is a scam.
That's true.
I'm Han Solo.
Actually, I quit loud.
Oh, you're Han Solo? Okay. Well, as long as you're Han Solo, that's fine. Let's grab this is going to be more of a an intelligence stream. This will be an ephemeral stream. I've got a presentation for you all, and I think it's something you're really going to dig. Ambient. Yeah, here we go. Royalty free ambient. We got to play some brain music. Perfect. Chat, come with me. For those of you who don't know, I spent Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the abysmal state of Philadelphia. I was there for YCS Philly, Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series Philadelphia, and I was there to compete in the main event. No one here knows my name. No one here knows how I did, so that is information that will be shown here with the YCS Philly Recap presented by Sanity. Now we're gonna get into this. I've just made this. I've already forgotten what's on it. So let's just begin diving in, folks, shall we? For those of you who don't know what a YCS is, Yu-Gi-Oh! is a children's playing card game. They have these big tournaments every so often. If you win a tournament, you can qualify for nationals, and the best 2 players from each state or each country in a continent. So for NA, it's 2 Canadians, 2 Americans, and 2, I think, Mexican players. As well as, you know, I don't know where, like, the Caribbeans and Jamaica and everything else lines into it. But 2 players of each, you can qualify to go to the Nationals to compete in the World Championship Series to eventually, potentially become the best players of the year. Now, we'll start off with this. This is the Philadelphia Convention Center. This is where the event was held. I traveled with some friends. Initially, it was just going to be me driving, and then it ended up being me driving a couple different friends to a friend's house, where we stayed about 30 minutes from the convention center, and ended up being pretty cool. Got there Friday, a little late, but we were able to register walk around, look at some stuff, get back home. Went to a bar that was local. Not a big beer fan, but I had one that was not terrible. Pretty cool. Chill night, asleep by about 1 a.m. And we had to get up by about 8 a.m. so that we could go and get ready the next morning, Saturday, for the event. Now, something that you will all notice here. This convention center is large. This convention center is 3 blocks large. Now, what they don't tell you is that there is only one entrance that you are allowed to use. All the other entrances are locked and alarmed. Insofar that one time, there was a streamer actually who was trying to get into an entrance that someone else walked out of, didn't know it was alarmed, and set off the alarm by trying to enter into a door someone had just left. Now, the only entrances are over here. We had to park next to the Church of Scientology of Philadelphia, which was pretty cool. Didn't see anyone come out of there, which was always pretty nice. I also thought this was called Leftist Plaza, but it's Lenfest Plaza. Now let's move on. This is the entryway that we end up going into. You can see big glass. This entire area here was just vapors and smokers, 24/7. People just yelling. There were people that were gunning dirt bikes at like 90 miles an hour in downtown Philly, up and down these roads. And I don't wish harm on anyone, but if any of them fell, that would be bad. But still, it was extremely loud. You could even hear it inside the venue. Speaking of the venue, this is my pictures from Saturday. So you will see here, there are little card markers that mark which table you're at. So this was table like, I think it's 430 or something. Those were stolen by Saturday midday. You had to guess which table you were going to. Though it wasn't that big of a problem. Big fucking area. This guy's fit was basically my fit. I was wearing the Hawaiian shirt. I was wearing pants the whole time though. Over here are the bathrooms. That's foreshadowing for later. And up here is the main event, the main stage rather. Now, what you're seeing is the backdrop. Something you guys might be noticing immediately is, oh, if there's a giant stage, certainly it should be lifted up so people can see people on the stage, right? Wrong. Also, there was no stream coverage of this YCS. Not sure why. There was stream coverage for the England Nationals, England National Qualifiers, which is less important than a YCS, but we didn't get it. Whatever, that's fine. This is the back shot, the back room. Over here, you'll notice bathroom. That's right. 4 more bathrooms with a men and women's over here. So 2 more bathrooms over here. These were closed off. The event staff were allowed to use this one, and no one was allowed to use this one. Why? No idea. No fucking clue. Again, bathrooms will feature in the future. This will turn out to be one of the biggest mistakes that they made, and I have no fucking clue why they did it. Anyways, Saturday. So we get there, we're jittery. I got we stopped along the way at the Wawa, and I got myself a breakfast omelet quesadilla thing. Not good. Not a great food, but it was fine enough. And I didn't have any caffeine, so I got a cold brew coffee that I proceeded to spill all before I drank any of it. And so I did most of the day without caffeine. I had energy drinks in my bag, and I was tired, but I was like, certainly I shouldn't drink these energy drinks. Because if I drink these energy drinks, that's going to mean that, like, I won't have them for later when I really need them. Well, it turns out I really needed them for game 1. So, you'll see this page. This page will be updating. This is my win-loss record for the main event. Now, we did some calculations beforehand. In order to win, so there's 2 days of this. It goes in a format called the Swiss format, which means there is no elimination until you go to what's called the top cut. So no one's eliminated until almost everyone is. 2,900 people, top cut was 64. So it meant at some point, everyone but the top 64 players would be cut. We did the math. If you lost 2 games and tied 1 or better, so like lost only 2 games or lost 1 game, tied 1, so on and so forth, you were guaranteed to make it. That was called going X2-1. You could also go X2, X meaning the amount of rounds that you won, but you basically needed to win a lot of games. So I sit down. First event. I'm in the top tables. In fact, out of the nearly 1,000 tables, I am in, I believe, table 30, which, if you guys don't know about Yu-Gi-Oh, the top tables are the really good players. I've never played in a tournament before. This was concerning. I sit across a guy. He's doing stuff, right? He's setting up his stuff. We're like, all right, let's, shake hands. We'll begin the game. I start my combo off. I feel powerful. I got everything I need. I did the math later. I had a top 20% hand to open this game up, right? I go through a 10-minute combo. You have 45-minute rounds. This is a long-ass combo. I get everything I want, and I pass my opponent. He sets 5 cards and passes. I said you will not need to know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! For this stream. This is correct. You will need to know this one thing. There's front row and back row, basically. Front row is where all your monsters go. Back row is where all your spells and trap cards. I activated my trap card, that whole thing. The back row is where the trap cards go. My deck is really good at killing monsters. My deck does nothing against trap cards. I have literally no counters to this. There is one card in my side deck, which I will have to go to after I win or lose the first one, that can deal with 1 of 5 trap cards. So I'm concerned. But nonetheless, he passes, I begin going. He basically begins playing the game in a way that is not very fun, but is kind of funny. It's called stun or control. Do I have to take notes? Will this be on your exam? This will be on the exam. Thank you, Craig. He's playing in a way where it prevents me from playing. And then his entire goal is to put all his resources in front of me from playing. And then he summons like one guy that I can't deal with. And that's eventually what happens. The first game goes really long. I lose. We go to the siding. I'm not favored in this matchup, but I go in the siding. I do my best. I end up going to duel number 2 and losing that. So he was actually playing a deck I used to play, but it's not good in this format. No fucking clue why he was playing it. I wasn't prepared. Sometimes you lose to Rogue. That's fine. That's understandable. I left the game with my first loss. So, what the dog doing? That'll eat fingers. Just learned that a villain in a game I play also voiced Yu-Gi-Oh! Fucking, what's his name? Dan Green? Voiced a villain in one of those games? Thank you for the sub, by the way. Dan Green's a fucking crazy voice actor. Also, my voice is crazy right now because I might have caught a sickness, an illness. And honestly, from the state of the vicinity, I would not be surprised if that was the case. Oryx the Taken King. What game is that from? Is that from Destiny? That seems like a fucking Destiny thing. Concrud, Conplague. Yeah, one of those. Destiny called it. Yeah. Okay. Dan Green's a really good voice actor. He also can still do the Yugi voice, even though it's like kind of high pitched and he's like 70 years old. He's pretty cool. He's on Cameo, I think, too. But anyway, so I lose game 1. I don't have much time to get to game 2. And slight aside, they put paper postings up for your matches only for the first round, and then you have to use your ID, your Konami ID, to find your pairings for the rest of the rounds. I didn't have one because my email that I sent it to like 3 years ago when I first was thinking about playing, but then ended up not playing, is now deactivated. It was a school email. So I had to go find it. I was almost late to my last thing, and I get there, and there's a guy sitting in my seat. And I'm like, oh shit. Hey man, is this table 109 or whatever? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, are you like James? To the other guy, and he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, hey, I'm your opponent. And I show the guy, and he's like, fuck, I'm supposed to be at 1009. So he gets up and leaves. We begin playing anyways. He wins the dice roll and goes first. He is on the best deck of the format. My deck is the 5th best deck of the format. He sets up a board I just cannot beat. So I lose almost instantly. There's things called negates in Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is just, it stops you from doing something. I had 5 cards in my hand. He had 7 negates. So no matter what I do or play, he just negates it. So it was unfortunate. I tried to play my way out of it, but he built a really strong board. I didn't have any board breakers going first. Going second, another thing about my deck, the reason it's the 5th best deck is because it is not consistent. I did the math. Remember I told you guys earlier that I picked a top 20% hand? For my hand to be playable, I just did the math before the stream. There's a 35% chance that I pull playable. There's like a 70% chance I pull like okay, but not good. And there's a 35% chance that I pull cards I literally cannot play. Like I just pick up my cards and I say it's my opponent's turn now without doing anything. That was one of these hands, game 2. So that was a loss. So I am going now 0-2 after 2 rounds, which is not a good place to be. Now, I immediately think about dropping from here because theoretically I have to win out from here and I have to tie one more. And this game went really quickly. With this game, I had like probably 45 minutes left. I'm sorry, I had probably like 25 minutes left. So I was like, okay, I don't want to drop out this early though, right? Comeback arc. I was kind of thinking it, right? I was like, you know, I was unlucky the first game was a bad opponent, second game was a bad hand. You can't get unlucky 3 times in a row. So I'll stick into it. I'll see who I'm gonna play. And what happens is that in Swiss, as you get lower and lower ratings, you go against lower and lower players. So I was like, oh, damn, I'll just play probably someone who's a little bit worse. Game 3. I lose the dice roll. My opponent goes first. He sets 5 cards in the back row and passes. The same thing that happened game 1. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to lose here, and I'm going to have driven all this for no fucking reason. Jesus Christ. Okay. So I pick up my cards. My hand, really, really good. This is probably like a top 10% hand for me. I'm like looking through it and I'm like, holy shit. I don't have ways to beat him, but I might be able to play through all of his no, you don't do that sort of shit. So I'm like, okay, I'll go into it. Duel 1 lasts nearly 30 minutes. We are going back and forth. We negate each other's stuff. We are going trading 1 for 1. He eventually summons a guy. And at this point I realize he does not know what he's doing. And not in like a bad way, in a way that like I start helping him to beat me at a couple points because I'm like, oh no, dude, my deck does this and this deck does that. And on a couple different instances, he did stuff and I'm like, all right, bro, just between you and me, what you just did was super illegal. If there was a judge watching you, he would have just disqualified you from the tournament because you cannot do that shit at all. I'm like, I'm not going to act like, you know, I saw it. Just don't do that. And, you know, you want to play like this instead. And like, kind of like, we were kind of working with each other a little bit. He summoned a monster out, and in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's attack and defense. If your monster's in defense, no matter what, you can't take damage. He kept his monster in attack and kept taking damage for 9 turns in a row. And then he eventually just scooped. And I'm like, I don't know what his plan is. The card couldn't be destroyed. He was just taking free damage. So I was like, okay, this guy doesn't really know what he's doing. So I won my first game win, my first duel win of all this stuff. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's playing a deck I don't have a good matchup against, but I might be able to get this win and begin the comeback. Or at least in my mind, what I wanted to do is I wanted to go even, right? If there's 8 rounds, I wanted to win 4, lose 4, and in my mind, that's a victory. So we start duel number 2. He goes first. He sets 5 passes. I open my hand. Not good. I'm looking over at the time as well. There's time rules in Yu-Gi-Oh! You have 45 minutes to complete your game. Whoever is at the highest life points after 45 minutes wins. So I'm like, okay, I have a card that's really good in the side deck. But I need to get to that point. So I'm playing against him, and he's taking a long time to think. So I probably could have won duel 2 if I waited long enough, but I'm like, I think I've got it in the bag for game 3. So I scoop. So I lose duel number 2, but duel 3, I'm pretty confident. I go in, I'm like, you know what, buddy, I don't even need to decide. Just like, let's get into it. We have 3 minutes left. He's like, okay, damn, like we'll do it. You know, he was actually kind of a cool guy. So I go and I realize as I'm playing, the card that I need to win is in my side deck. And I was like, dog, we don't have time. I'm not going to side if you don't want to side. So I kind of screwed myself out. I have a really strong board. He has an okay board. We're going back and forth. He's not playing slow or anything. He's not like trying to scam a tie. I tell him straight up, I'm like, I'd rather me win or you win than us kind of like tying. But eventually time gets called and I can't forfeit after time was called. There was a judge at the table. So it becomes a tie. In my mind, I'm like, this guy's not going anywhere, but I'd rather him win and have a shot than me, who's already at 2 losses, do anything. I think he said he won his first game. So I tied. Sad. We went to time. I run to my next one. Game 4, there is a 60-year-old man sitting across from me. I do not know what was going on with him. He is on the phone with what appears to be like a young woman. He is speaking in just Spanish, so I can't understand him. But he begins to go like he's getting ready. He's getting ready to go. We begin playing. He goes first. He is on the combo deck of the format. I like one of the best decks. I have 3 cards in my deck that beat it. I do not draw them. He goes and creates it's another board where he has 8 negates for my 6 cards, and I just can't do it. I scoop because I want to go to game 2 because I have really easy ways to counter him. And during the siding, he says, "Sorry for starting late. It's my daughter's quinceañera." Where he says, "I'm divorced from my wife. She lives in Florida. I live in Jersey. But it's my daughter's quinceañera, and I was taking a video of her, or I was FaceTiming her. Do you mind if I call her back real quick?" And I'm like, "No, man, we got time. I skipped really early game 1. Like, we have like 40 minutes. Go ahead." So he's like, "Okay." So he calls her back, and in this time, in English, he says, "Hey, oh, honey, you look so beautiful. I'm hopefully going to be there tomorrow night. We'll see how it goes." He says, "Don't worry, honey. I'll call you back in 5 minutes." The game does not take 5 minutes to complete. If he it's not even he didn't respect me. He kind of realized what my deck did, and he was like, "I can probably beat this pretty quickly." But I mean, it was a 40-minute round. I could have stalled for that long. Like, oh my god. Nonetheless, he won in 5 minutes. He won almost instantly. I pulled my hand. It was one of the hands that did almost nothing at all. So I did one thing, and I was watching him. I had some play on his turn. I made a misplay. He let me take it back. He was pretty cool. But we were playing, and as soon as I had no cards on my side of the field. He had a couple cards he could do, and I'm like, "You know what, man? I'm gonna scoop. Have a good day." I begin packing up. He calls her back. He's telling her how beautiful she looks, all this stuff. I also saw pins on his bag. I'm like, "What are those pins?" They're called UDS pins. UDS is the Ultimate Duelist series. They are invite only for the people who win every fucking championship. You get invited to the smaller championship where you play against only tournament champions, and he had 9 UDS tops. Top 16, top 32 out of 500 people. This guy was crazy good. It was insane. That might have been the reason why he was here and not at his daughter's quinceañera or whatever. But I'm like, oh my god, he was super nice. I will say, of everyone that I spoke with, everyone was crazy nice. I have nothing bad to say about anyone. I'm at my first game. There was a guy next to me who was going off on his opponent. It was his first duel. It was actually kind of funny. He was talking about how his opponent had to read his cards too much, which, by the way, you cannot complain about that. Yu-Gi-Oh's a complicated game. If you have cards, your opponent is allowed to read them as many times as they fucking want. If it goes to time, then you can say that's a reason it went to time. But the guy's complaining. He's like, "Dude, you read my cards too much. You gotta fucking know this shit." And the guy across from me was like, "Sorry, it's my first game. It's my first duel. I'm not too used to all this stuff." And he keeps going at him. And I see them scoop, and I watch him sign the slip. The dude that was quote unquote stalling or whatever won with 30 minutes left on the clock. It was fucking hilarious. I'm like, okay, fuck you, dude. This guy obviously has no idea what he's doing. He got beat by a newbie. He got fucking smoked by him. I was happy about that. Okay, now at this point, I am 0-3-1. I cannot win. I cannot even top at this point. If I win out miraculously the next 6 games, I will not be able to go to day 2. So I say, you know what? We're going to plan B. Plan B in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is there's public events and there's side events. You can play in side events for chances to get prizes. There are prizes like what's called giant cards, literally 6-foot tall cards. They sell for $500, or they sell sheets of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards that are uncut. Those can sell for $5,000. You can also get things like cool deck boxes, exclusive deck mats, things like that. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start entering in some side events. I'm gonna start going for it. I'm gonna drop in the event, and I'll just keep going. I walk outside at this point. I take a picture of this thing. This is a paintbrush that James uses to paint. I don't know why this was here, but it was very large, and I thought it was fucking funny. While I am outside and just taking a deep breath of not boy stink that is going on inside the arena. A man walks by and yells in my face, "Ban list! Ban list!" Woo! And then walks away. And I have no fucking clue what he's talking about. In Yu-Gi-Oh! There is a ban list. It is a list of cards that are banned. We've been waiting for a ban list for the last 6 months. And I said to myself, this guy's a fucking clown. He's a joker. They wouldn't drop it. Certainly they wouldn't drop it during a tournament. Not at a tournament where every single Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTuber is there either. They wouldn't do that now. Even Nationals is like a month away. That's pretty close for a ban list. They wouldn't do any of that shit. I go on the official website, there's no ban list. I go on the official Twitter, there is a ban list. They post the official ban list only to Twitter and not to their website. So at that point, I'm just kind of stunned. But I'm going in, everyone's shouting about it. This is the ban list. This will mean nothing to anyone. The only important card here is, for me, Branded Expulsion is a card that I use I can use, it's for a cheesy setup. It's banned, that won't hurt me that bad. This is the deck that I lost to, this deck right here and this deck right here. It's called Kashtira. Oh my god, I'm dying. 1 second, I need to take a sippy of water. Ridiculous. Indeed. Sorry, I need to blow my nose too. I think it's the Concred. I'll be right back. I'm gonna play some low tunes audio. Candy, hello. I need to, like, blow my nose real quick. I'm sorry for being late. Okay, I'm sorry. Sanity, you're always blowing your the not even true. Literally just not even true. Where was I? Winston's fine, I guess. Extremely cruel, but acceptable. This layout's a fucking nightmare. Awesome. Horse noises, thank you. Wait, I didn't say horse noises. Horse noises? Horse noises. Oh, speaking of Rob, everyone look up here at the beautiful little me that Rob animated. Oh, Rob's making horse noises. Thank you, Rob. Everyone thank Rob for this. Rob, this is beautiful. This is wonderful. I'm so happy to have it on my stream. It's so cool. I try to put it everywhere that I could. Where was I? Okay. Yeah, so I go in. I see a couple of my friends. I drove up there with 2 guys. One of the guys was really good at Yu-Gi-Oh! The other guy, kind of a casual. He played a lot like 5 years ago, and he's playing a deck now that's like, I'm gonna say not great. It's not on the tier list either. Like it's not even on anyone's radar. The guy who is pretty good at Yu-Gi-Oh! Went 0-3 and dropped. So he has the same record that I do. I actually have a little bit better record because I tied 1. He probably would have won more games, but he went 0-3 and dropped. The guy with the deck that no one knows about is fucking 3-0. He has not dropped a single game yet. And not only that, he hasn't dropped a match, a duel yet. He has gone 2-0 every single one of his things. And we're like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, man, I guess I'm just like doing pretty well. Good matchups. So I'm like, oh, okay. So he's like kind of walking around. He's very excited. There's a card here called Danglong. Danglong First for the Yangzing. This is an old ass card, one of his favorite cards. He's very pumped about this. Pretty wholesome. We're talking for a little bit, and I begin to kind of like walk around. I'm outside. Also, there are Yugi-tubers that are recording reactions to this ban list on fucking phone cameras because they didn't expect this to drop. They don't have any good cameras. It's pretty funny on YouTube right now. all the like you'll see like a series like a YouTube channel with like $1,000 production things, like they go like 2 weeks in advance. There's like all these transitions and snappy things, and then one fucking like, hey guys, so the bandless systems and here, like they just make like, the audio is terrible, but they just do it as fast as possible because if you don't get your bandless reaction out fast enough, no one will watch it. So it's pretty good. This is the first side event I signed up for. So another thing I posted as one of my fucking Tumblr posts. This is my GOAT deck. GOAT is the greatest of all time format, also called after Scapegoat right here. It is a 2002 format, pretty fun, very simple, dog standard. Forgot what I was talking about before that, but I signed up for an event with this. Oh right, it is like 30 minutes to sign up. It is almost an hour of waiting for this event to fire, where I am just sitting and doing fucking nothing. And it's like, it's so boring. Like, I'm even like, I walk around for a little bit, like, I start like talking to people and stuff. I'm looking around for some Yugi tubers. It's pretty cool, but I'm bored. It's like an hour. It eventually fires. I come over, I start dueling against this one guy. We're playing and he's like, all right, man. All right, graceful charity effect. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? Oh yeah, graceful charity effect. Can I go so Scarecrow and drop these whispering quiet? The venue is so loud. The man is just fucking whispering, and I can't hear him the entire time. GOAT is notoriously a pretty quick format. You want to set and pass, but there's not too much thinking you have to do. We spend 40 minutes on the first duel. It is insanity how slow this goes. No, I don't know if it's my fault or his fault. I don't think it was my fault, but we are like kind of going like back and forth. We're thinking and stuff. It is insane how slow we're going, to the point where after game one, the judge comes over and he's like, hey, I didn't give you guys like a time limit because it was GOAT. I didn't think I fucking needed to. You guys have 5 minutes to complete the rest of the series. I'm down one. We start playing. We go 4 minutes in, and I'm like, you know what, man? I'm just gonna scoop. I can't beat you in the next 2 rounds from this position. You can have it. And he's like, thanks, man. Quiet. But I'm like, okay, I lost. And then I tell the judge, I'm like, all right, I lost. And he's like, all right, you're out. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, oh, it's single elimination. So I spent like $30, or it was $20, and like, I don't even know how, 3 hours waiting for this. And I lose first round and I'm done. And I'm like, okay, cool. Time to go stand in line again. And I do that. I go and I stand in line. Here's my win-loss tracker for the moment. I've won 1 duel. I've tied 1 duel. And I have lost 8 duels. It is not going great for me at the moment, so I decided to sign up for a different format. It is called Edison format. It is like GOAT, but it's a little bit more complex. It's got more rules to it. I think I have here's what it looks like. You can see there's these white monsters here. They require certain types of cards. This is called a Vayu Turbo list. These cards do different things than the normal GOAT. There's a whole bunch of shit going on with this. It's hard to explain. But it's more complicated. So I sign up, I get into a GOAT event. I lose immediately. I'm playing against a guy, and I don't even, like, I'm playing this format. I don't know really what I'm doing, but I'm kind of picking it up as I go. I don't get a life point off of him. The man is sweating his mind off. But I'm like, fucking Jesus Christ, okay. I go and I look at all the other events. There's events called Attack of the Giant card, where you can win more tickets to play the Giant card. I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. What do you play in that? Well, you play the modern format. And who's in there? It's all the pro players who didn't make it to like 2-1. We're now like round 4 or 5. So I'd be playing modern against pros. And I like this format a little bit. So I'm like, oh my God, well, I'm not going back to play fucking modern format. I'm going to play this old ass format. Before anything else happens, what else happened here at this point? So we're about probably 4 hours in. No, sorry, 6 hours in. It's about 4 p.m. right now. The bathroom situation fucking happened. And this is not the picture of the bathroom situation, but after the first round, I go to the bathroom. The line, because they only have one men's bathroom, one woman's bathroom. Spoiler alert, there weren't that many fucking women here. This is not a PowerPoint, this is Google Slides. And I am standing in line to pee. That is it. I just want to go and get out. There are people in line that are yelling, that are shouting. I am behind a man in line. I go to the bathroom. He walks in front of me to the urinal where he looks down and throws up 3 times. And then stands up, walks to the sink, and throws up more. It is 9 a.m. on a Saturday. What happened to him? He wasn't coughing. He wasn't flushed. He was waiting in line for he didn't it just fucking happened. What? I don't know what led to this occurring. That wasn't even the weirdest thing. Man got hit by a spell card. Yeah, probably. I was also in that bathroom. There were people singing songs, but they were mumble rap, and it was over stalls and stuff. Before that dude went to the urinal, maybe this is why he went to the urinal. There were 1,000 urinals open. There was a huge line for the stalls, but I was like, hey, did the urinals work? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go pee. And then people are like, oh shit, the urinals work. And then everyone went to go. I don't fucking know. By the way, also 9 a.m. I go to use the sink to fucking wash my hands. There's no soap. I go to the next one. There's no soap. I go to the third one. There's no soap. I have to go to the 9 different sinks there. There's soap at one. And I look around and no one else is even trying to use soap. It's like I'm in a fucking wizard world. I don't know. Are they using magic? I don't know what the fuck's going on here and I'm terrified. I'm wearing a mask at this point. I wore a mask my first couple times. And then eventually I became overstimulated. I had to fucking take it off. I was also really fucking hot because I was wearing pants the entire time. And I was also trying to space myself out a little bit. I later went in without a mask, and oh god, I put it back on. It was a terrible situation. And again, to remind you, there were 2 more bathrooms they could have opened. They chose not to. I also got to see streamers. So once I dropped, I was playing the side events, and side events obviously have a lot of time. But there was my secret sort of secondary thing that I wanted to go, and I wanted to see all the Yu-Gi-Oh content creators that I actually like. And I hate calling people content creators, but people I've been watching for a while, people who got me into the game. And we're gonna just kind of go through a couple. So these 2 people are Crush Cards. When I was going to my first thing rather, I actually saw this guy. I don't know their fucking names. These guys are editors usually. I don't know them at all. But they're very nice. I have a story about her later on. I will mention. But I have a little Polaroid and I'm taking pictures with them. This picture is actually pretty funny because I take it, I kind of lean back and I snap the picture of us. She is in perfect frame. I am blurry. He is a ghost. I think he might have been leaning in while the picture was taken, but it is analog horror. It is impossible to fucking see this. Next person. Oh, Doug Zeef. I went to the bathroom downstairs. There's a bathroom downstairs, which, by the way, went to the bathroom downstairs at 11 a.m. 4 stalls are clogged. Cannot use 4 out of the 8 stalls down there. It's 9/11. I'm going to wash my hands. He walks in and I'm like, yo, Doug, sorry to bug you in the bathroom, but I'm a bitch fan. He's like, oh, thanks, man, no problem. But I let him go. I don't take a picture or anything. Fucking, it's the bathroom. And then I walk out. Zeke's one of my favorite streamers. I like this guy. So I saw him there. I ended up seeing him again later on. Luke Von Karma, who is another content creator. He is a friend of another guy. I saw him and I was taking pictures with a bunch of other streamers and I'm like, oh, I feel bad if I didn't take one with you. I took one with him. He was pretty nice. He was a little nervous. It was his first one. Nim, another streamer. He was probably the nicest guy. So my mentality was seeing anyone quote unquote popular, famous, whatever. I do not want to bug them. I want to take as little time as possible for them. So I'm like, you know what I want to do is I just want to get a picture so I can remember the event. And, I don't want to talk any more than they have to take any more of the time. So I'm like, yo, Nim, can I get a picture? He's like, sure, man. So take a picture. And he's like, oh, I love the little camera. And I'm like, thanks. It's a Polaroid. And, he's like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. And then I'm like, all right, well, thanks, man. He's like, oh, well, hold on. Like, what's your name? What's your, like, how have you been here before? Like, how you liking it? And I'm like, oh shit. So I started on this guy, talking to him about 10 minutes. Super cool guy, down to earth, just like willing to talk with me. There's like other people that are kind of like coming by, like walking past, seeing him, like, oh shit, nim. But she's just talking with me, like having a good time. Super, like, I mean, it was just pretty cool. I really appreciated it. Next guy was oh, this is MVT. So MVT is my favorite fucking white boy Yu-Gi-Oh streamer. This is Ruxin. But I see him downstairs. This is a picture that's very commonly used for him. I see him downstairs after I go to the bathroom. And I'm like, yo, MVT Joseph, can I take a picture with you? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, you just missed Doug. You missed this guy. He's going up the stairs. And as I'm taking the picture, he's like, oh shit, really? Fuck. And he turns to like walk away. And he's like, oh no, goddamn, the picture. And I'm like, oh no, you can go. And he's like, no, take the picture, take the picture. So take a picture. I am holding it perfectly in frame for a picture with him and not with me. Here's something I didn't know until I was here. I am taller than everyone here by about 6 inches. I'm only like 6'1". I'm not that tall, but I start framing these pictures for these guys, and like it's perfect. It's a great picture of Joseph. It's a horrible picture of me. I'm like angling my neck down. I have like 3 chins. I'm like hunched over. I didn't brush my hair first to like get it in a good position. But anyways, he walks off. And I also see Ruxin. Ruxin is a packet opener guy. He's one of the reasons why I open up packs in the stream. I like watching his stuff and just like, opening a pack. You don't have to know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh to play Yu-Gi-Oh and like open up packs. Like, it's kind of fun. But I actually sat next to him for a couple hours. He was playing Edison format with a different guy. And I'm like, you guys mind if I just like sit and chill? And he's like, yeah. And this guy has like, I don't even know, like 500,000, 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. But I'm just chilling. Like, I'm just like talking, looking over, watching them play. It's really cool. Holy shit, mini box opening. Okay. That's a good time to do that. We'll have to do it at the end of the stream. But yeah, so he does those openings and stuff. And he kind of got me into everything. So I have pictures. I have Polaroid pictures with everyone. I have 2 with Doug, because the first one I took of Doug later on was really blurry. He was over talking with all these guys, and it was really bad. And speaking of Pac-Man, exactly. I have a lot of mini boxes too. You can choose Yu-Gi-Oh and not Yu-Gi-Oh. I actually picked up some more at the event too, so I'm pretty happy about that. So I saw all these guys. Saw these guys multiple times. Spoke with them some multiple times. And then there's the event. So, if you've been on Tumblr recently, you might have seen a post of mine gain traction in some communities. Those communities are what I can only tell as loser enthusiast communities. I made a post on a little bit of behind the scenes. I made this post as soon as, or a little bit after it happened, then I just queued it for the next day, because I'd already made like 30 posts and I didn't want to spam my followers on Tumblr. Jamer blogs it, and then CT Crypto Theismer blogs it, and it goes insane. It's one of my most liked posts of all time. I will show you what happens, but let's read the post. Yesterday at the Yu-Gi event, I was not doing so hot, so I decided to play an older format. Got matched next to a table with a trans girl who won her game match in like 5 minutes. I really wanted to say I liked her pin and eyeshadow, so I was like, okay, time to focus. I can win this one. She started watching me just in time to see me make a play so bad, my opponent demanded to see my hand so he could tell me to make a better one. This happened. This was, I believe, the next thing in the timeline we're talking about. I signed up for another game of Edison, finally got in. I'm playing against a guy. He's wearing like a cutoff shirt. He has like kind of like a bushy beard. Pretty cool. We talk a little bit about it. He's from Philly. He's from Pennsylvania, rather. Kind of like some of the backwoods of Pennsylvania. I talk about where I'm from. We chat for a little bit. He's kind of having like a, we're having a good time. We're having an okay back and forth. But I see her, and she's the first trans girl that I've seen in the area. She's wearing a pin on like a blouse. What I'm assuming, wearing all black. She's wearing a black mask. And as soon as I sit down, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play against her. I need to have my mask ready, because if I want to play against her, I don't want to not be wearing a mask. She's wearing a mask. I'd rather have her be comfortable. And then I'm thinking further, and I'm like, oh shit, she's my next opponent. I need to win this game so I can like compliment her. She had really cool makeup. She had a cool pin. And I wanted to say, I like your pin as like a, you have allies. You have people who are okay here. It's not everyone. Because I also made some posts. Some people were saying some shit here. And if you're in a public setting when people aren't being cool, I think it's better to have someone who makes a point to say okay things, whatever. She wins her match in, I say 5 minutes. It's probably 5 minutes. Usually games go like 20 minutes or so. We go three, I think we played 2 games, but I'm playing against this guy. He's playing against me, kind of like back and forth and stuff. Before we are done with our first match, she is done. And she asked the judge kind of like, oh, well, what's up next? Who am I playing? And he's like, oh, you play the winner of this game. So we're on the end of the table, and there's just a chair at the end of the table. So she gets up from where she's going, and she sits down right to the right of me. And I'm like, oh, God, okay. I don't know if I should say, I shouldn't say something now. I shouldn't interrupt this duel to compliment someone. So I'm like, all right, it's game 2. I got a shot. I have one chance to go kind of like, I can go big or I can go small. I'm going to go big. I'm going to, I have the card in my hand. I don't want to hold back. I want to show aggression in this game. I want to take control of the game state. For those of you who play Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm assuming there's none of you here, but people asked about it on Tumblr, so I'm going to say what I did. Value Turbo deck, I've got Dad in hand, I've got Caius, I've got Dark Greffer, and I've got I think like Torrential or something. Anyways, I go Dark Caius to pitch I go Dark Caius to pitch Caius, I want to say, and another card from my deck. Banish all 3 for Dad, which gets immediately torrentialed. And then I have, oh no, I don't banish Caius. I have Caius in my hand. I set a card which gets MST'd. And this was after like a little bit. So what he was saying was like, dog, there's no way you were like, you knew I had this card set. There's no way you were gonna like hyper invest into this. Let me like, can I see what's left in your hand? I'm like, it's Caius. And he's like, you shouldn't have done that. That was such a bad play. And I'm like, yeah, man. Anyways, he beat me immediately after. I've got some more stuff to say about this, but what I would like to do next is get into some notes. So starting it off strong, James almost immediately reblogged it and added in the tag, fumbled it. To which there was another person that said, fumbled it. To which another person said, fumbled it. Important to note, this person is not either of these 2 people, and they did not say fumbled it. They independently thought of saying fumbled it to what happened to me. Bag fumbled. Turbo fumble. Ultimate fumble. I'm so sorry, dude. This isn't even a fumble. They gotta invent a whole new word for this. It's never been more over than it was in that single moment. I'm gonna say that's true. So to shed a little light on the situation, I lose. She is sitting next to me, and she says, "Oh, well, I guess you're my opponent next then." And she stands up, pointing to the guy who just beat me, and she stands up to sit in my seat. I stand up, I begin like packing my stuff up, and I go to be like, oh, I like your whatever. And I realize she's wearing like leather pants and the coolest fucking boots I've seen in my entire life. And I'm like, oh, pack everything up, walk away, don't say a word. Fumbled. There were some good tags though. I'm sure you're feeling a lot better after that, but I bet she fell in love with you instantly. In the same way one wants to take care of an injured animal. The face that I made, not unlike an injured animal. At that point, just leading into it, started crying and hope to God she was into the pitiful and sopping wet thing. I almost did this without even like thinking about her in the moment. I was almost like, oh, yeah, you're right, that was bad. But I was like, I don't want to look like a fucking dipshit. Like I don't want to look too bad. Glug, glug. I have like a plastic water bottle. I'm reusing it. It was from the event. Sometimes I love humans, of course. Yes, key smashing. There was some love here. There was a heart being cast. I should start playing Friday Night Magic. I like this one because it's like seeing that and you're like, yeah, I could do that. I could do that shit. I'm sure she was compelled by your fail cringe vibe, OP. Trust me. Okay, so thank you. Second of all, fail cringe vibe does not make me feel bad. It's true. I did have a fail cringe fight, but it doesn't make me feel better. But thank you. Maybe she's into losers. Hey man, you were fine. Maybe she's into losers, dude. Like, you didn't even think about it. Like, you're a fucking loser. Maybe she's into that, right? F in chat, of course. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That's rough, buddy. OP, I love you. This is the amount of support I needed in that moment. I needed someone to stop me and look me in the eyes, hold my shoulders, and say, "It's okay. It's gonna be okay, man. I love you." Like, not like you're good or you're chilling. I needed that much fucking love in that moment. This is also Yuri. What is Yuri but a fail loser guy and a girl who is really good at a game he sucks at? One of the many fallen we remember on this Memorial Day. Pretty good too. Hope you're doing fine. I am doing fine. Thank you. I'm doing good. Irresistible. Hey, I won't say no. Thanks. I really meant it. I meant to do that, guys. Don't worry. I meant to do that. And then there were some other ones. Jesus Christ. Damn. How are you still alive? Viscerally obsessed with this post. Get you a man who is so cringe and fail. Good luck even getting a girl to look at you after that, posted by the anime avatar Tumblr user E102. Can you imagine if I had shown this image to myself in like 2016? I don't know what would have happened to me. Some things would have drastically changed. I'd be in Antarctica. I'd be a scientist living alone at that point. I would actually leave the state. Well, I did 2 days later. That's good news. Sad all caps. This is one of the first ones I saw. Was sad all caps. It just Trump's like, loser flubbed the trans girl interaction. Sad, cringe. Sanity more like, I don't know. My sanity stat would tank after this one. Oh, hey, a little bit rough, but it's true. That did happen. I would have walked into traffic after that. I would die on the spot. I would go out with honor right there at the table. I would kill myself. I'd actually just fucking shoot myself in the head. If this happened to me, I'd kill myself. I would kill myself so fast. Kills myself on the spot. So there's a lot of this in the text. There's a lot of this. There's a lot of people saying, buddy, I don't know how you made it out of that because I wouldn't have. To which I can say, skill issue. I mean, I'm just better at being horrible. I'm better at being bad at the game and fumbling the bag, right? My favorite card game is 52 pickup, right? Just drop it down, pick it right back up. That's, we roll with the punches here at Sanity Plays Games. Did you at least talk to the cutie? Did you at least compliment her though? So I wanted to address these ones. No, I did not. I didn't say a fucking word. I saw her 5 more times. I averted my goddamn eyes. I didn't even think about talking to her. As I said before, as soon as I stood up and noticed that she was wearing cool pants and cool boots, I walked the opposite direction. I had to walk past her to get to where I was trying to go. I walked around the entire convention to fucking get back to the other sign-up thing. Did not say a word. Did not have the strength to do so. Wonder match in 5 minutes, short opening. I talked about this. Yeah, she was fucking killing it. Beefing in front of the cute trans girl at the Yu-Gi-Oh function sounds like it should be oddly specific, but my gut tells me it's super relatable. I also agree with this. I think so too. Don't feel bad, streamer. I almost saw myself unconscious walking to a lamppost from a goth NB, and then we dated for 3 years. Hey, there you go. There you go, man. I mean, sometimes the L's win out. Mostly they don't. Sometimes the losses have the clouds of silver linings. Mostly they're just clouds that shock you with lightning and then it hurts a lot. But silver linings, I'm fine. My therapist was very insistent about playing terms. I was like, no, it would be this, not any better. I wanted to specifically talk about this. Everyone needs to do what I did. Fucking no one in chat. None of you people. If you were ever thinking about doing Yu-Gi-Oh, I am still standing. I am fine. There's a post going around of my greatest mistake of the last 4 years, and I am still chilling. Go to Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. Don't be afraid to mess up. It's fine. It's awesome. I mean, if I had done something like offensive in the moment, that would have been different, but it was fine. You know, I fucked up. People fuck up. In fact, I will talk about a fuck up that I made later that was way worse, arguably. Average opponent for me. Ifri Reed, are you single? Are you in chat? Average opponent for me. I looked at their thing. She is really into Yu-Gi-Oh! For a second I thought it was the girl. It's not. I checked. Yu-Gi-Oh! Riz. This is in fact what Yu-Gi-Oh! Riz is. If anyone tells you they have the Ohio Riz or the Florida Riz, forget all that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Riz. Yu-Gi-Oh! Riz is what happens when you fuck up and can't talk to anyone, and then you just kind of just walk out of the building and stare at the cars in the road. That's the real Yu-Gi-Oh! Riz. Okay. Oh, hey, no, if you're it, cool. Cool. Okay. Well, I'm sorry for that I said the weird thing about them then. Yeah, you know what? We're all learning. We're all learning. Saturday night. So that all happens. All that shit happens. I finished that. I play some more games. I'm not doing too hot. The one she reblocking with is my mutual. Oh, Diabetic Best Buy. I also went to their blog too. I thought they were pretty cool. So I'm obviously not doing too hot. I have done some side events. I'm there with 3 other guys. The one guy, by the way, is at the end of the day 7-1. I think actually 8 or 9-1. He is going. Please make that. I will make that a highlight. I will do so. Yes. He's going crazy. The guy is doing really, really good. The other guy that I'm with is buying and selling bulk cards, and he moves like $5,000 in one day. And the third guy knows every single pro player. He's just walking around and talking. But we don't end on Saturday night until about 11 p.m. because there are 2 games where there is one person with another person. Usually, if you go over time, you can get an extension for 5 minutes if a judge was called. They had 45-minute long extensions, and it fucked the other 3,000 people there that were waiting to see who won the event. So we're there super late. We get home. We have some pizza. My buddy's doing really good. Is like, hey, you know, I want to like start practicing with everyone. You know, I want to get good idea for everyone's decks. I'm not used to this format. We're practicing with him. We go to bed. Sunday morning, we found out at late Saturday night. My friend who made it to day 2, he has to be there by like 9 a.m. and the train comes in at 7. Luckily, we got a friend that was able to drive us in, but we had to be up by like 8 at the latest, showered in the car by 8:15, out by 8:40, out by like 8:20, so we could be there by 9. I say, you know what, guys, I'm probably gonna come a little bit late. I don't know if I'll make 8, because there's a train I could take, and I didn't make it to day 2. I'm not gonna be any help with him for like testing or anything like that. So I'll just like, you know, I'll be chilling. I'll come in, you know, probably like 9 a.m. I wake up. I'm in my friend's basement, by the way. No windows, and it's where the AC is. It's 50 degrees, pitch black dark. I'd turn my phone on to fucking see my own head. That dark, crazy dark. I'm in the fucking apelagic zone, or whatever the fuck that shit's called, down in like the Mariana Trench. 8 a.m. alarm goes off. I'm like, I'll hit snooze. You know, I don't need to wake up at 8. Alarm goes off again. Check it. 11:30. So I slept in for 3.5 more hours, and I've missed like most of the events that I wanted to do, which is fine. But the bad thing is that the train comes at 12, and it doesn't come again till 2. So I have 30 minutes to like get ready. I get ready. My friend makes me coffee. I'm chugging it. I leave. I'm like, I don't fucking know where the place is. I don't know where I'm going on the train. He runs out with me. We're fucking booking it. I'm making the train right on time. This is a weird train. You don't buy your ticket before the train. You buy your ticket on the train. So a man just came by and I gave him a credit card. And he's like, where are you going to? And I'm like, I don't know, the convention center? He's like, oh, okay. He swipes it. It was like $1. And then he fucking gave me the other thing. It was something with Virality upcoming. So yes, exactly. Like, it's insane. MagFest is like that too. There's 24-hour stuff at MagFest as well. I went to that once or twice. But it's crazy. I'm like, I need to sleep, dude. Like, I'm fine to stay up till 3, but I'm not waking up at 7 a.m. That's crazy. It's 4 hours of sleep. I finally get in. I end up, I'm fucking hungry. And I'm like, yes, this is the one takeaway. If man trying to ask you for a credit card or cash or whatever, you just give that shit to him. I gave him my entire wallet. I'm also wearing a mask on the train. It is just me and him on the train, and he's staring me down. He's like, I don't know. 30 feet away, and I'm like, okay, you know what? You're right. I probably don't need this. And I take it off. It's like a 30-minute train ride, just me and him. He wasn't like angrily staring at me, but he was just like looking at me. Also, I do want to talk to you later about Valid about Ferrari. I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. So I come in, and I'm looking on my phone. I'm like, how do I get to the venue from the train station? And it says just come in and go to the right. So I'm like, okay, go to the right. I walk through, and I see this, which is a blocked off gate, and over here is the convention center right here. So I go to the gate and I look to the right and I'm like, yo man, can we walk through here? And he's like, no. And I'm like, oh, how do I get to the convention center? He's like, you don't. And I'm like, I'm sorry. And he's like, it's closed today. And I'm like, well, it's not closed today because there's an event going on. He's like, oh, I don't know. All right, you can go through that door to the left. So I go to the door to the left. It's locked. And he's like, try the other one. I try it. It's locked. And he's like, uh-huh. Are you a member of like the Marriott Club? And I'm like, no. And he's like, yeah, you can't get in there either. I'm like, all right, where do I go? And he's like, just walk back. So I go down the escalator again, and I find like a cop or something, or like a security guard. And I'm like, where do I go to go here? And they're like, oh, you have to go back down the thing and like take a left, take a right. I'm like, fine. Okay, sure. So I finally begin walking. I am accosted several times in the streets for money. But I'm like, I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have cash. I'm sorry. Like, I'm gonna keep going. I find a guy with a Yu-Gi-Oh t-shirt on who's, and I'm like, yo, dude, do you know where the convention is? He's like, yes, go down the street to the right, all the way to the end. There's only 2 doors that open. I'm like, thank you so much. He's like, I've been telling people all day. I think it's the shirt. And I'm like, yeah, that shirt does slap though. He's like, yeah, it does. It was the Melfies. It was the Melfies that was on the shirt. So I was pretty happy about that. Cool guy. Walk down, get in the event. I check in. As I'm checking in, I check on my phone. The image here is the area mentions with the bikers. I'm like, oh, that's fun. That's fun. Maybe I saw him. I don't know. I check on my phone. My buddy who was 9-1 lost 3 games in a row and dropped, which is fucking crushing. Like, he had a shot to top this event, and if he did, he would have been the only guy topping with Marincess. No, it wasn't on anyone else's radar. But I'm like, oh my god, damn, that sucks, dude. But then at that point, we're like, okay, well, we can go home today then, because we have no more events. Like, what do we want to do? Some of the guys signed up for a 3v3, which, by the way, 3v3s like sound like a fun idea. They're the sweatiest fucking thing. Everyone in a 3v3 in Yu-Gi-Oh! is a former pro or a current pro who dropped from the event to win the 3v3. It's insane. So they bomb out. I'm playing more Yu-Gi-Oh! I end up playing Edison against a guy who was topping the original in 2010. Edison's named after an event in Edison, New Jersey, the 2010. He won it, or he topped it or something. And there's guys walking around and passing us, and they're like, yo, like, are you the guy that did this, like, at this event? And I'm like, I was like, holy shit, cool, wow. I'm gonna be real, I was in Winniewood, which is like benign growth. My friend was in Manayunk. I know that because it was a silly name. But I don't know that much about Philadelphia. Apologies. I know Manayunk, and I know the river. It's like Shuktiel or something. It's a crazy ass river. The name sounds weird. So I played against him. I lost, but he also like had a deck that countered mine, which kind of sucked. What else happened here? Oh, right. Reading Terminal. So I go, this is basically a giant food court. You can kind of see here, all these different little places are stalls where you can go eat. There's a piggy there. You put coins in his mouth and he swallows them. The shulkil. Yes, that one. Yes. I walk around here for a little bit, probably like 30 minutes. I am trying to find 2 places, Danique's and Baylor's Donuts. And I find them finally. They are the only 2 shops that are closed down. And I checked. Everything else was open. It's also weird going through things like this. Like, there's lines everywhere. And I just go to a couple things that don't have lines. I just get a cappuccino from a place. And as I'm sitting there, I was like, I walked around a couple times for maybe a half an hour. No one was ever there. As soon as I go there, a guy like stands up behind me and kind of like looking at the menu. And then a fucking like 10-person line forms while she's making my cappuccino in the span of like a minute. And it was Taste of Spain. They sell Iberico ham and make coffee. I don't know what everyone was there for. There was other coffee places. There was dedicated coffee places. but I mean, I don't know. Everyone was there. They were having a good old time. I ended up getting all of this stuff. So I got this, which is a churro from what was it called, like Mercury or something. I took a bite. I was so fucking hungry, guys. I don't eat sugar like almost ever, but this was the only place that aligned, and I was starving. I hadn't eaten in like 18 hours, and I was walking like miles yesterday and the day of. I also didn't have that much water. But I took a bite of it. I took a picture of it. This was like $2. $2, fucking super cheap. Oh, is this Jewish food? I didn't know this was Jewish food or not. Kismet Bialis. I didn't know like where it was from, but it's basically a bagel that they hole out and they put stuff in it. And I walked by it the first time, and there's a guy who's like, "Hey, man," and I'm like, "Oh, sorry." Like I'm just like looking at me. He's like, "Oh, that's fine." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll come back in a little bit if I see him." He's like, "Yeah, no worries." And then I come back, and he's like, "You came back to us," and I'm like, "You know I did." Like he was a pretty fucking funny guy. He was talking to me about Philly. He moved there like a year or two ago. They were closing up shop, so like he only had what he had there. But he's like, I mean, you know, just between you and me, like, if you want, I'll heat it up and I'll throw some of the fucking sauce. Like, the sauce is apparently like $1 or something, 10 cents, I don't know. But he's like, I'll throw it on there if you want it. And it's like, I was like, I'll get you this one too. Like, this one has more stuff in it. And I'm like, oh, sure, thanks, man, awesome. But I go and I like, I'm talking with him the entire time. He's like, yeah, you know, you want to go here, you want to go here, you want to go to this place called, oh, what's it called? I actually got to Google it. Like this Delisandro's. Delisandro's Steaks. This is a cheesesteak place. And this is the 5th guy now that has told me I need to go to this place. So it's pretty close to my friend's place in Manayunk, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll go to it. I get my shit, I go back. I get more pictures with some of the people. And in fact, if you guys remember the girl from before, I was taking a picture with like her and the guy because she was blurring the last one, and I like lean back. It's okay, Rob. I'm just telling them Bialy.exe from the first place. Don't do that. Don't you do that. Don't do that. I take a picture and I'm like leaning back, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, it feels like I'm so sorry. Like if my like face was in your hair, you know, it was like my nose is just like right in your hair." And I'm like, instinctually, I say, "Oh, hopefully I didn't smell bad." And she goes, "What?" And I close my eyes and I'm like, I literally say, "I'm so fucking sorry." And then she puts her hand on me and she puts her hand and looks me in the eyes and she said, "Are you okay? What the fuck did you just say?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry for saying it." And she's like, "It's fine. Like, that wasn't that weird, but like, are you good, bro? Are you good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." She's like, "Okay." She's like, "I love your shirt." I'm like, "Thanks." She's like, "It matches the box of your food. That looks really good. What's going on with the food?" And I'm talking to her about the food. And I'm fumbling words in the quarterback. I'm talking to her about the food, and I'm like, "I don't know what it is. It's a bagel. It's pretty good." And she's like, "Oh, we'll have to go get there." I'm like, it closed like an hour ago." She's like, "Why would you tell me so much about it before without telling me it closed?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry." And she's like, "Okay, well, now I really want a bagel." And I'm like, "I don't know where the bagels are other than this place." She's like, "No worries, man." And I'm like, "Okay, thumbs up." I walk away. You guys are talking about fumbles. There's one more. There's one more. Do you guys remember Nim Nim, the guy that I was talking to you about? I took the Polaroid pictures with. I see him again. I don't think he remembered me. But I took a picture with a Polaroid. Last one, I was taking it too low. This time I took it a little bit higher up. And he's like, "Oh shit, man! Like that's pretty cool." Like what is that? I'm like, "It's a Polaroid. You know, it's actually kind of cheap. It was only like $100 plus you get the film for it too." And he was like, "Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I look into that." And I'm like, "Oh, do you want the picture? The one that I took?" And he's like, "Nah, man, I don't. That's yours. That's yours. Nah, man, that's yours. But thanks." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know why I'd offer that." And he's like, "No, you're good, man. Like it makes sense, you know, to show me what it looks like, but I'm good. That's yours. You know, that's your memory." And I'm like, "Yeah, man. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks." And he's like, "Yeah, no worries. I gotta head out." And I'm like, "Oh, sure." He turns around and no one is there. And I'm like, "Yep, all right, I'm gonna step away." And then I turn around and I'm like, "Oh, maybe he was making a joke." He finds someone else to talk to him. And he's talking with someone else, and I step out. I make my leave. At that point, Here is where we ended the day with dueling. I lost 8 games. I tied 1 game. And overall, I spent a lot of money. The good news is that like it was like $15 or something for entry to all these events, but you got 3 packs. I think you got 5 packs. So you got discounted Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So I have a whole bunch of cards. I ended up opening them, giving them to the guy who sells bulk just as a gift and stuff. It was fine. I think he left them even, so I think I just have them still, mine and someone else's. So like it was, you know, nothing really came of it, but I have the cards. It was cool. Right. Before any of this happens, so we're about to end the recap here. But there is one thing. So the guy I was talking about, MBT, Joseph Rothschild, the guy who I wanted to talk with a lot. I am over at one of the stands and I'm buying sleeves for my cards. I really want these things. They're called Japanese matte outer sleeves. They're really hard to find. I couldn't find them on Amazon. I could order them straight from the site, but it would have been like a month in shipping. They have them for like $2 more than normal. They have 3 things left. I'm like, I'll just grab them. I go and I grab them. The guy next to me goes, "Yo, can I have the Goofy Ohio Riz Dragon?" And I'm like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Who said that? Oh my god, it's my Yu-Gi-Oh! Idol MBT standing right next to me while I'm trying to buy these sleeves. And the guy laughs and I'm like, oh, haha, that's you know, that's pretty good, MBT. And he's like, yeah. And then I'm like, oh, did you find a card? He's posted on Twitter, he's trying to find cards. So I'm like, oh, did you find that one card? It's like, oh no, I didn't find it. And I'm like, oh damn, like if you need it, like my buddy has bulk, I can go pick through and get the card for you. He's like, no. I woke up at like 4 p.m. today. I woke up really late. And then I was like, oh yeah, my buddy did that. Like he woke up late for the event. Or sorry, I did that, but like I missed my buddy playing. And he's like, oh shit, you're in the event? And I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, you're not? And I'm like, no. Like I bombed out. And he's like, oh, okay. And then we both just stood there. And then I'm like, all right, I gotta look for other sleeves. And he's like, oh yeah, he already turned away. And I'm like, see you, man. And then he's like, and I walked away. He walked in the same direction. And then I stopped to look at a wall and look on my phone. Because I felt the interaction was awkward for him. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fix this. I don't even think he fucking noticed me. And then later on, I wanted to find him because I wanted to be like, I wanted to pull him aside and be like, yo man, you know, you're an inspiration. Thank you so much for like streaming. You're really funny. One of the reasons I got into streaming, all this stuff. Never saw him again. So I got that in my head. I'll keep that in mind for the next time I see him. I'm going to just dump the emotional stuff on him immediately before he has a chance to make any jokes. Does anyone have any questions? Does anyone have any thoughts? Any concerns about all of this? I put this in here as a joke because this is a PowerPoint. And you have like comments and stuff. I'm feeling the Tumblr emotions about those scenarios. I'd rather kill myself. I have a question, but it's more of a wail. Oh my god. I looked over to okay, this is another fumble. I looked over to my I think I remember that that Ren redeemed the Yu-Gi-Oh mini box opening. And I look over and I'm like, "Oh shit, where's my box? Where's my mini box? Or sorry, where's my camera rather?" And I remember when my 2 buddies came over for me to drive them up, I told them, just come in the house. I have food for you guys. We'll grab food. Get what you want. We'll pack it up. I'll drive you guys up. And one of the guys is like gone for a little bit, and he comes in and he's like, "Yo, I was in your room." And I was like, "Oh, what?" And he's like, "Yeah, I took the wrong thing. I think I was in your room. Like I saw Yu-Gi-Oh cards and stuff." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like, no, it's in this here. Sorry, my room is dirty. My room is very dirty, by the way. I have like just like stuff out. I have clean clothes that are on like a couch, but like they're all over. They're clean, but they look dirty, so it looks like worse than it actually is. I don't ever make my bed either. I don't like it. I don't like going into like a made bed. I like it when I can just like pull something over me. Long story. But he's like, yeah, no worries. And then I go upstairs. I forgot I had to grab a bag of coffee from my friend, and I see my DSLR camera, the one I use for the pack openings, is on a tripod pointing directly at my bed. And I'm like, oh, that's probably fucking weird, right? Like if someone saw that and without context, they're probably like, that's weird. And I come down with the coffee, and I'm like, yo, dude, just so you know, the camera thing, that's for streaming. Like, I know it was pointed at my bed, but that's for streaming. And he says, what? And I say, there was a camera that was like pointed at my bed, and he's like, oh, I didn't see that. And I'm like, oh, well, I use it for card openings. And he's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, yeah, if it was pointed at my bed, you know, you could probably get like an idea from that. And he's like, oh no, I didn't see it. And I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, well let's get going. Let's hit the road, man. Let's hit the road. And then what's funnier is that later on in the car ride, he was like, oh hey man, so tell me about your stream. And I'm like, oh, I don't really stream that much. I'm like, I stream like once a week, but like I'm usually on my buddy's stream more. You know, I stream on there like once or twice a week. And he's like, oh, what's the camera for? And I'm like, oh no, I do use the camera for streaming on my once a week if someone redeems it, but I don't use the camera for my buddy's stream where I'm on more. That's why I got it mixed up. And he's like, oh, okay. So that was it. That was the event. Overall a pretty positive impact on me and my life story. I had a good time, I'd say. Did you say we're filming Philly bands? My favorite band's based out there. You're showing a basement show. My accomplishments with like social outings were I went to a bar. Oh god, I went to a bar with all my other friends. Everyone else was drinking beer. And I went up to they only had beer. And I went to the guy and I was like, "Hey man, I only drink cocktails. Do you have anything fruity?" And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Do you have any like any beers that are like more like a cocktail?" And he's like, no." And I'm like, "Oh, do you have like a recommendation?" And he's like, yeah, this, but it's not fruity." So I have it and it's really bad. That's the whole thing. Sam, we should go hang out together. Our psychic connection is so weak you didn't go to your favorite band. That's true. You're right. What I was leading up with that was like, if there was a band that was during those nights, I probably wouldn't have gone anyway because I was fucking tired from the events. My buddy was walking almost as much as I was. He walked 16 kilometers in one day. On Saturday, I didn't eat from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Like, I went so long without eating because I was waiting for everyone to finish eating. Yeah. And Rob, I'm down to go out, you know. I'm accomplished at social skills. I can do shit. I'm fine. I don't think there were that many other fumbles other than the fact that my buddy who tried to who buys and sells bulk, he wanted to pick some cards up for me, and I told him he could just have them. Or I was like, you know, he wanted $40 for them. I was like, how about 20? He wanted to give me money, and I was like, oh, fine. That was awkward. That was more like actually awkward because I was like, I didn't want to phrase it like, oh, you need money. Like that's not what I was trying to say. I was trying to say like, I'm not going to use the cards. And it was on PayPal. I'm like, I don't use PayPal, so like $40 wasn't that. And like, you know, don't go fucking get change or whatever. Like, it wasn't that big of a thing. This gameplay sucks ass. Excuse you, eCreator. We are in the just chatting tab. We are not in the gameplay tab. So put that in your stinking stoink it. Yeah. Anyways, the YCS Philly was a great thing. I think what I'm gonna do next year is I'm gonna start going to, because like there's YCS season, and it's usually between like I think December and like June. Well, Roin Kostas, cruel to me. Then why do you have Ultra Kill running? I don't even own that game. Are you hearing Ultra Kill sound? I see you. I don't own that game. Who are you? What's happening? Anyways, next year I'm gonna practice early. I'm gonna get the best deck in the room, no matter how much I don't like it, and I'm gonna do well. I'm gonna start hitting these guys. You're gonna see me top in these events, I'm gonna go crazy. It's gonna be awesome. So without final thoughts, questions, on to the chugs. I made this transparent chugs emote, and it took me like an hour. For a bit that I didn't do with my like stream announcement. So now I was glad. I was the guy who told you to try all the doors. I was debating. I am very much law abiding. I was debating just fucking jumping the fence, like just climbing over it. That dude was like, that dude looked at me like I was fucking in like, I don't know. He looked at me like I was a bug to be squished. Anyways, God knows you deserve a win after all of this. What's funny is I came home and I made some changes to my deck and I started playing online and I went like 6-0. I think I had the wrong deck list. But, yep. On to the Badlands chugs. This is the double feature chug. I actually have to cool down. I'm gonna go turn my, I'm gonna turn my AC on. I'm a little bit heated after thinking through all of this. Binge. If the Eternal Strange lived in the same metro area as the whole extended streamer cube by sheer coincidence. I mean, something about metro areas. Oh, streamer Cule. I thought that said streamer cube. That makes streamer Cule is interesting. Streamer Cule is a fun way to put it. Rob's a robot. Also, yeah. I was about to say, urban things tend to do that. Tend to have a whole bunch of people around there. The East Coast is in fact highly populated. So here's some interesting fun sort of tournament. Anyways, here's how I suffered more than Christ. Listen, it wasn't that bad. It was fine. It was literally fine. The only one I felt bad about was was when the girl, when I was like, oh, hopefully my hair didn't smell or whatever. Because like she initially responded like she was like actually like legitimately offended, and then she was laughing. So I don't think she was, and I don't think that's like that's a weird fucking thing to say. I don't think that's weird enough to like reach that level. But yeah, no, it was fine. She also remembered me later. She's like, "You got a different shirt on. Oh, it matches your thing. Cool. How's it going, man?" And I was like, yeah, it's going good. This is so consistent with all the sanity lore. Onto the Badlands chugs, okay? Double feature chug.
Oh, look what we got in the house. It's SpongeBob and the whole crew, and we about to chug 'em. Don't touch that mouse.
Thank you, Rob. Wasn't able to tune into just now, but it sounds like your childhood stories. I do got some I got some Rizless fumbles in my backstory. I do have that. That is your aura must be insane. That's the thing. I look like the most average white guy in the world. If anyone were to see me, they'd be like, "Oh, that's a dude named like Jim or Todd." Like they would. I am by far, and my like track record also, like my Tyler, exactly. I'm a dude who looks like, or Peter. I kind of look like a Peter. Everyone in my life that sees me is like, yeah, that's like a pretty average guy. My backstory, pretty average. Like everything that I have, I always wish you were looking so like Weird Al. I actually had somewhat longer hair until recently. I have basically like a cut on the sides and like a pretty short on top. The problem is with any haircut is that if I get any cool modern looking haircut as a white guy who's slightly muscular, I look like every single fucking neo-Nazi. Richard Spencer's haircut, I wanted that haircut until I saw him have it. The fucking Charlottesville shit, a lot of those guys had a haircut very similar to mine. So I have one haircut that has not been reclaimed by them yet. So I stick with it. It's pretty good. I like having the ability to put gel in my hair to like style it, because it's a little bit like, oh, this day I can put a lot in, and I really want to look really, really good, and stuff like that. Oh, that's a dude in Sandy plays games. Looks like he plays Yu-Gi-Oh. Maybe we should challenge him to a match. Dun dun dun. I immediately thought that was the da-da-da. Pull up with my da-da-da. The publication is a lesbian geek or a fruity shut-in. I'm trans and fruits. I guess that work. Yeah, it's true. They're right that fashion is a uniform. Yeah, I mean, a lot of white guy. There's only so many ways you can style the average white guy's hair in a way that looks not like a comb over or whatever. And they got the most of them, unfortunately.
You're watching Badlands Chugs. Welcome, folks, to Badlands Chugs. And today, it's gonna be a double feature. Oh,
double feature chug.
And we're setting it off with something that's totally
I love it.
awesome.
I love an outfit.
Goodness.
I need to get a
We
better
got
Ren Fair outfit.
SpongeBob, the whole
I'm getting armor and
crew,
shit.
All right, this right here is the official SpongeBob water. All right, it's made from a company.
Do you guys think the SpongeBob water was procured from him? Ren Fair, can we go together sometime? Yeah, sure. I'm already going 4 times though. Maybe we'll find a time that like both works for both you and me. I'm going fucking insane.
Like y'all like them, so I just said
SpongeBob bathwater, exactly. Oh, I'm sorry, did that just say chlorine? Chlorine?
Like them, so
magnesium. Oh, calcium. I thought. Oh, magnesium chloride. I thought they were like, yeah, this is the Nickelodeon sponge, but we got mustard gas in this bitch. It's yellow for mustard gas.
The whole crew, all right? You know, I got my man Patrick and I got my man Squidward, because you can't do
Bro, sipping on straight. What the fuck just happened? I'm sorry?
Squidward, because you can't do it. Hold on.
Sorry. I was thinking of 21 Pilots lyric and Mr. Chugs just killed me in real life. The transformation is starting. What would you guys do if I just like skipped to the end and he had moth wings?
I gotta...
Shut up. Shut up.
Let's get back to the video, all right? And folks...
Prime is the Jake Logan Paul drink. Okay? Like, I don't like them. I don't want to see their drinks.
I know this is not in every SpongeBob chug, all right? But, you know, the others are not out, you know? We still gotta wait for Mr. Krabs. We gotta wait for Sandy Cheeks, Plankton, King Neptune, Gary, of course. You know the whole crew.
King Neptune? Is King Neptune the pole? Is King Neptune the pole from SpongeBob? Who is bigger than King... Larry the Lobster, I'd say? Probably is a bigger pole than King Neptune.
But yo, this is what we got, and this is what we're chugging, all right? I'm gonna set it off.
Mrs. Puff, I concur. I think that's a stronger pole than King Neptune.
Yeah, I don't know how fast I'm gonna do this, but it's a gallon, and yo, I'm ready to quench my thirst with SpongeBob water, all right? So let's get it on. Enough talk. 3.
I think a Mr. Krabs drink would taste like pennies.
1. Yeah.
There's no cracks.
Let's go.
That was cruel. We can't even see the... Is it just normal water? We can't even see the color. Well, goddamn, that was quick.
Delicious. Let's set it off with Patrick's
Also,
star, right?
yeah, Rob? I agree. I do concur. This probably just like straight flushes his kidneys. This man would never fail a drug test.
Double barrel business, Patrick. Let's go.
Double barrel business, Patrick. Double barrel business. Blast, Patrick. Oh. Oh. Okay. He's getting a little sloppy with it, isn't it? He's kind of slopping that shit.
Yes.
Woo! Me too. Me double barrel. Me when I'm double barrel. Me when I'm getting blasted double barrel. Do you got
We got my man.
Did this guy smoke weed? I think. I know he goes to church. I'm gonna say no.
Could we do a triple barrel?
I think the most he's ever done is like maybe like a J in college.
All right.
I don't think he does it at all.
That these are in metal cans. Oh man. So.
Also,
Ooh.
yeah, weird choice. Metal cans, plastic tops. Huh? Why? Why would you do that? These are the reusable things, Nickelodeon, right? Why
line these
plastic
cans
tops?
up. All right.
The power of the Lord.
We do it.
Dusts it.
If we fail, oh well.
Okay, guys. In your mind right now, what percentage this is of these drinks? What percentage is going directly onto his shirt and missing his mouth entirely? I'm gonna say 25% is the over/under on how much of the fluid on this triple barrel chug is going to miss his mouth. 1%, at least 30%. They might make else. Microplastics are the most SpongeBob SquarePants thing because he's a sponge. He's made of plastic. 17%, at least one full sponge. That's 33%.
Triple barrel SpongeBob. Let's go, folks.
He can't even hold it. There's no shot. There's no shot.
Oh,
he aborted it.
Mouths are too wide, so let's go while the timer's still going on.
Immediate abortion. That's only been seen in the snow chug. He needs a more snake-like jaw. Can we get him jaw extensions? Okay, I don't Valid, I don't know if that counts. I don't know if that counts. That was fucking
Time.
That's a push.
Yes. Oh man.
Do you guys think he does his own landscaping? I say that because these hydrangeas are very well kept. A good little rose bush. He's got 2 sheds. This could be a garage thing, but it kind of looks like an actual real life shed. Beautiful land features. We've seen about the right.
Woo,
I think he pays someone to have it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Can we get him abortion attack speed upgrade? Yeah, we should.
It's
honestly.
good. It's refreshing. Thirst quenching. SpongeBob, folks. Oh yeah, folks. You know what time it is when we're at Circle K. That means there's some Mountain Dew Purple Thunder in that.
Chat, it's Sunday when he's filming this. He's in his Sunday finest for church. He's going to the Circle K.
Let's go there, get our Purple Thunder on.
Yes, he did. Canonically, he just came from church. He was there with the Son OK Hip Hop.
You're watching Badlands Chug.
Wait, no, this is church, Circle K, Circle Church.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Badlands Chugs.
I think he's very respectable with the blood of Christ and the body.
And they have something
I've never been to Circle K
I
before.
usually don't
Is it just like a
see,
gas
alright?
station?
It's not a lot of Circle K's in my area, but when I do see one, I got
These trees remind me of Delaware.
Okay?
Whoa,
This
that is
right
fucking
here
purple.
is Mountain Dew Purple Thunder.
What does
alright?
Purple Thunder
This
taste
right here is a dew with a blend of berry plums, natural and artificial
Wait,
flavors.
aren't plums like not a
I
thing
had
you
did
drink?
this when it first
Isn't
came out,
plums
it
like
was so
prune juice?
good, but that was like I think about a year ago. So I'm
And thus
excited
all
to
of
see what
existence
this is all
proliferates
about.
within the
So
circle
let's crack
of
this
K.
open. Oh my
Plum slap?
goodness. That purple goodness. And it still smells good. Oh my goodness. Let's crack 2 of these open, all right?
That's a very carbonated
Hey, yo,
bottle.
I would do 3, but nah, I gotta bring this one back home to OK Hip Hop, all right? Let's get this done.
He could have
right,
done
okay?
3 and just bought a 4th one.
Enough talk.
But the man had to save his $2.20. I agree with it. No, it's his Sunday finest. It's his Sunday finest. Does he spill? No, I've got faith. It's when he gets to right near the end is when he starts spilling. God damn. Masterful. Powerful.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
No,
Oh.
little baby ones.
Please don't do that again. God for fucking hell. Holy shit.
Grew up real quick.
Okay.
Come up and just do this real quick, all right? Chugging the world, one bottle at a time.
For those of you, if this is your first stream, you have to watch the outro. That is, in fact, him chugging the world.
Chugs is back.
Badlands Chugs is back. 0.25 for the burp real quick. Won't be doing that.
All right. Woo! That baby bird grew up real. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. No.
That is hell. I don't want to keep watching that. I don't even want to watch the fucking Gallon Prime chug. We do want to watch the old ass 1 year ago Boba Badlands 1 yard glass diet chug.
On the Book of Badlands chugs.
I'm sorry, what the fuck? Previously on the Book of Badlands. Oh, it's a fucking Mandalorian reference. Would you take him to battle with you? Would you spare your finest soldiers to bring enough rations for this man? Would you die by his hand if you needed to? Would you put your life in his to understand all that is theft? This man will take on armies. This man will slay dragons. But the question remains, have you enough to sustain him? Oh, that's kind of a cool thing. Goes right to color.
Just call me Boba Badlands. Don't touch that mouse.
Also, Boba Badlands is Boba Fett, but Boba Badlands. Why wouldn't he say Bo Badlands Fett? Bo Badlands? Bo something else. Boba is now Boba's a T is the thing. Boba is like a thing you can chug. So Boba Badlands. You know what? You guys are right. Don't question him. I won't question him. I won't question him if you won't.
You're watching Badlands chugs. Excuse me, folks. I had to get my little Boba Badlands Sand People thing on, alright? But yo, back to the chugs. It's your boy Badlands Chugs. What's good, folks?
Streer wee woo wee fett chugs?
Ollipops.
Are you guys both just J Malt accounts? What the fuck?
I'm a root beer drinker. I'm a root beer person. And now that Ollipop has one with less sugar and probiotics and all good stuff in it, you know your boy is down to chug it. You know before I showed you my chug arsenal, alright? All my array of
his chug arsenal? I shudder to think when that would need to come into play.
different glasses.
The gamification is spread well. I won't be safe either. I'll be on their stream on Wednesday.
That I use to go to chug war with. I did forget one glass, all right? This, my friends, is the Badlands Yard glass. I use this bad boy like a gaffy stick when it's time to chug.
Or Arsenal?
We about to
Arsenal actually kind of makes sense there.
I know, y'all. I still got my Christmas tree up, but by the time the next video comes, it will be down, so no worry. And you know there's a few things that's coming up, all right?
I like his little throw pillow that just says naughty. That's nice. That's cute. Why is his room lit like a forgotten memory? His room is lit like one of those like ultra modern tradwife things where like babies don't know what color is. Like they fucking all they can know is beige, and they go to kindergarten and just paint with beige, brown, and gray. And they're like, the parents are like, what's wrong with my kid? That's what's going on here.
You know I got the tour with Dame Drops.
Perfect way to kick off Pride, getting all this hog.
We're hitting
Very good, Ballad.
17
+1.
cities, man. And yo,
Oh, I forgot about this.
everything is down below. It's an awesome tour, a family-friendly tour, Clash of the Food Titans. First stop.
Can you imagine if Badlands Chugs wasn't family friendly? Where is the South Park style edgy chugging content that my neoliberal brain deserves?
Is at Smith's Old
Are you gonna go meet Chugs? This was a year ago. This is all over.
Bar
It's
in
Jover.
Atlanta, Georgia, all right? I hope hope to see you there. And yo,
Sanity, that niche is
every
open. Fill
Friday,
it.
I take over.
I could fill
Eating's
the
YouTube
niche
channel,
of
okay?
like
if you want to see me do some
horse
eating stunts
that
you
also
wanna see me
drinks
do
a lot of
ASMRs,
fluids,
or whatever you want to
but
see,
also is
besides
like
the chugging,
talks
let
about
me
penis
know,
cock.
all right? And we're gonna do it on
Definitely the same way
Friday.
he was chugging. He just goes,
Friday,
fuck!
on Major League Eating's YouTube.
Oh my
Not
god,
more
I'm
to
gonna
do, but
pee
to
all that out.
Step
Fuck.
into the chug zone. All right.
Yeah, that'd actually be pretty good. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
I want to see a smash cut right now of him post chug, and he's just trying to fit this in his dishwasher, and he looks really sad. Wait, how the fuck do you clean this out? This cannot go in your sink. Unless you gotta go get like a fucking hose.
Ooh, yeah. That's what I'm talking.
Oh my god, look at the fucking thing. Look at the rings. It's like there's luster dust in there. It's already a fucking potion.
Talking about. Just get it. Oh yeah. That's fizzy. All right.
Hold on. This is what the average beer looks like in bars now, am I right? All foam, no head, or whatever the shit. I don't know. What is he chugging again? He is chugging probiotic sugar-free root beer called Olipop. It looks like a play from Control. It does. This is an SCP. This is the chugger, an SCP.
That's fizzy. All right. Third pour.
-10. Oh. That's fine. So you gotta take
You
your
gotta do
vote.
this slowly.
Pure joke +1 IPA +1
Let the
10.
fizz
There you
doesn't overpower us. Doesn't overtake us.
go. Wait, sorry. This audio is really good isolated.
Doesn't overtake us. Doesn't over. Third pour. We gotta do this slowly. Just let the fizz doesn't overpower us. Doesn't overtake us.
I'm now vividly imagining going onto a battlefield and you are Badland Chug's squire, and he has his meter-long chug stick, and he's like, "Squire, listen, you have to pour slow and steady. You can't let the foam overpower you, overtake you. You'll lose yourself in this foam. You'll find yourself in a daze, in a trance, and dead on the battlefield." He and the fizz understand each other more than the moon and a midnight air. Yeah. Also, that's what happens to like super long things, is that they don't carry that much. They look like they carry way more than they do.
I think this is it.
Oh, and I don't like how that's flared. Funny comment from the horse.
Just put one more in there, okay, hip hop?
One more?
It's not gonna fit, right?
One more?
All right.
We can do a little bit more.
So-
We can do like a quarter more.
Let's put this Gaffy Chug stick to work, all right? We're doing Olipop root beer. It's been a minute
I don't know how
since
he
I
drinks
did a
that.
chug out the yard glass, but yo, it's like riding a bike. And you know the rest. So, enough talk. Let's do it. Cheers.
What if he puts it to his lip and just like entirely has never drank from this shit before and fully upends it? Just fucking dumps it. It's like, oh, just like smells all over himself. Oh, what a wonderful life my head is. Oh, he can seal it off. I really hate that audio. Look at his face. He looks like a fish.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about. The goodness, the yard glass is back. Ooh. Baby ones. Oh, peace.
I was trying to read the side of it. The Badlands is just normal glass? Yeah.
Badlands chug.
That is like a weapon, though. Like, you could use that shit as a weapon. So much shit just happened. He started chugging that and then realized it was really foamy and it was hurting him. The dog started losing his mind, and his son was like, "Dog, that's not a sip. Come on, man. You didn't do that right. Come on." You think if Chug's been enough talk, the world would for a moment be silent, but for the popping of fizz atop cans and oceans alike? Would we be free then? Would we be free? Would we not be held? Would we not be imprisoned? Until there's enough talk, it's time to chug. Was it on the video? What was the extra voice wearing?
Sorry, okay, hip hop. It's just so good.
Okay, very cool. All right, last one for the night.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Okay, hip hop is in this one, big time.
Okay, hip hop.
But muted.
Don't
Okay.
touch that mouse. I'm about to chug tonic water.
Imagine like you go to like a sketchy bar and someone puts something you drink, you like pass out, they kidnap you, you wake up like bound and gagged in the middle of like fucking, I don't know, Nigeria. And you wake up in a basement and this is what you see. This has, okay, how old was this? A year ago? Brother, come on. He's improved a lot in a year. But this audio is the quality that I do not expect from Mr. Chugs.
Don't touch that mouse. I'm about to chug tonic water. The only drink that glows in the dark.
It's in the dark. It's not glowing. Dude, come on. It did it. It literally did it. Wait. What the fuck? Oh no, this is a black light. This is a black light, which is why he looks like a fucking Sith. Oh, that's a... Well, I know who got... I actually did know tonic water glows under black light. I did know that. Quinine, yes, yes. That's actually what gin and tonic used to be a thing in like I think British naval shit. Because quinine was in tonic, and quinine was like an effective anti-malarial thing. They didn't know what about gin and tonic was good, so they just made them drink it. Also, that's unfortunate. I like his hunched over evil stance. What? He's getting it everywhere. This really is evil Badlands Chugs. This is like the Terror Lands. This is the Apocalypse Chug. Oh my god, it's coming also out of this thing. Does he have 2 fire alarms? Does he have 2 fire? These are lights. These are wall sconces. It'd be really funny if like his fucking thing were just like, yeah, it'd be funny if they were just like really like scared about fire in this one place. This isn't like an air conditioner, it's like a big water dispenser. British colonial limes will also issue tonic water because why not? Yeah, I didn't lie. I knew about the limes. Oh, you're right, Giraffe. This is a lightsaber. Lime issue, real. Scurvy issue. Why is it bad for you? Is it like radiation or some shit? Also, I agree. I think if Badlands Chugs was out of fire, he could just get rid of it. Get rid of that fire. No talking at all. Not a single fucking word in this chug, other than him staring down at you and being like, it's time to fucking whatever. And then this. Oh my, he's so slippy messy! He's literally so slipping. Oh, the fact that it's glow in the dark means we get to see every time he's a little sloppy boy. Hey, did someone bite this shit? Hey, that's exactly like teeth marks. Did a ghost bite the bottom of this and leave like an ash trail? Yeah, I did. Sorry. Can you get out of the past and my YouTube videos, please? What the fuck? Is this quinine? Did he put millipedes in there? What is the? Why does it look exactly like this? Is it on the glass? It does kind of like one big sperm cell, you're right. Yeah. He looks like a really good Marvel villain.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah.
He literally looks like a Disney-ass Marvel villain. He looks like he would demand an assassin to have my head.
First lightsaber chug ever. Chugging the world, one bottle.
This is the knockoff Shocker Electro. His power cannot be contained. You know that, right?
Badlands Chugs is back.
All right, we got time for one more.
We gotta finish it, folks.
Wait, I'm sorry. What the fuck? That entire thing was only filled with this much? And he's gonna finish the other half of it? It's another fucking spilly boy. Wait, there's a second electricity. Is there someone called Shocker? I probably had a shit for days of this. Yeah. So about that tooth, I don't want to talk about it. It's dental stuff. But yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons. It looks like he did it for intimidation purposes. That's the reason why I mentioned it. What's the? Oh, this is gonna be for a special day. We're gonna have to do the Das Boot cranberry sauce chug on a special day. What's like a short one? What's a short one we can watch? White Castle smoothie, sure. The Shocker and their unfortunate hand sign. Is it the fucking thing where it's like, you know, the Shocker?
Hey folks,
Or is it like a
you know I like to stop
racist
at White
slur?
Castle to get my crave on, you know what I'm saying? But yo, I did not know that White Castle now has these smoothies here. Oh man, this is a strawberry banana smoothie, and we're gonna see if we can get this down quick fast. Oh my God, let's step into the Don't touch that mouse. You're watching Badlands Chugs.
The bug is back?
What's good, folks?
No shot. This is 10 months ago. The bug's been here for 10 months.
And welcome back to Badlands Chugs. And who would have guessed?
Wow.
Just a random stop at White Castle would turn into a video.
Chris is dedicated, yeah.
Man, I did not know that White Castle is selling smoothies. This
Oh, they have milkshakes? They have Coca-Cola cream soda? Huh.
my friends, is
Did not know that.
White Castle
I'm not a big cream
smoothie.
soda guy.
They have two flavors, strawberry and banana and strawberry and lemonade. And they're thick and cold. They have yogurt in there, Yoplait yogurt, and you see the consistency. Oh my gosh.
You see, when you think about what's in the
think I
cup,
just
used to
wanna
be a
see
person.
How fast I can do this thick
What if he was just like
alright?
the cannibal chug?
This kinda reminds me
It's just like
of the, you know,
pretty
the
good. I like
McDonald's
that.
smoothies, but this is so much thicker, all right?
Oh, I'm thinking about
so
that shit. That's
I was
awesome.
wondering, how should I do this? Should I do this? Just
Why do you say
sip it,
cream
just
soda
chug
like
it
that?
Straight up,
Cream
you know what
soda?
I'm saying? Brain freeze overload.
What's wrong
or
with
just
cream
sip it
soda?
fast
Hold
with
on,
the
hold on.
PVC pipe.
Hold on. Chat, stop it. Hold on. Wait. Chat, wait. Cream soda. Thank you.
Type of straws. And yo, I let 150 people vote on it. You know, big ups to all my people in the YouTube community. Thanks so much for checking it out. And yo,
Tier loss
y'all
counter?
said
Fuck you, that was
it's
good.
time
That was funny. I
to
like that
use
shit.
PVC pipe of straws. All right, so yeah. So you know, I gotta get my PVC.
Oh, this is
pipe
the
of
most
straw
replayed
on,
right here.
Put it in here, and let's see how fast we can do it. We're not wasting no time. Let me tilt this camera
Estimations before I let you guys estimations on. I'm gonna say 8 seconds.
down so you can
Get your
see
bets now in the
the
chat.
whole action. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, yo. Big ups to
7
Nick,
seconds. You're
local
playing the Price is
podcaster
Right
all
rules.
day, and here we
Another
go.
L may kill you or
Enough
not.
talk.
Okay.
This is not an 8-minute video.
13
okay?
seconds, just a
3,
0.2.
2, 1.
If it was 0.2, that'd be hilarious. Okay, 0.2 has failed. 8 seconds has 9 seconds. Damn. All right, well, I'll give it to me and Rob then. That's impressive.
Oh.
Rob's estimation's impressive. Me, I'm the Badlands Chugs expert here. Nah,
That
fuck,
is
nah, I must have been slowed down. Oh, because you bet fucking
Oh,
0.2?
man.
Sure.
That is cold. So still a little something in there.
Yeah, we know that doesn't count.
3 or 4 of these bad boys. Quick one for your Monday night hug. Stay tuned for that. And yo, peace and blessings always. I'm out of here. Chugging the world.
Alright, I gotta show you guys
one
some shit
bottle
that
at a
James
time.
just sent me without context real quick.
Chubbs is back.
What could this mean? Oh my god, I have pack openings. Thank you for reminding me, Solren. I forgot about the pack openings. Can anyone tell me what this, what? That appears to be, like, me in a form that I've never experienced before. Getting burned by something. Hold on, that's Steve 1989 MRE info. You know it is. Actually, you know what? We'll just play this. Let's just play this with this here. I gotta get my camera set up.
This is a Brazilian Navy Ration Alternative Combat, or the RAC. Now weighing in at 3 pounds 9 ounces, this ration comes in 5 different menus. This one being menu 5, white beans with sausage meat, and some sort of beef risotto. Now, I guess this pouch also could pack a ration alternative emergency. Look at that nice blue pouch. Let's give this thing a look.
I gotta set up my camera. I gotta set up my camera guy. I gotta set up my camera. 1 second.
Alright.
Just get the camera set up. I'm
Wow,
moving
look
shit.
at that.
Oh, I gotta put a shirt on just in case.
That's one part of the ration. This thing's separated into different parts. Some sort of instructional sheet.
Alright.
An accessory pack.
By the way, I've seen every single one of these speed videos.
And another pack here. Alright, so this instruction sheet says something like, instruction used for Marines and sailors. The food in this package was specifically developed for survival use. Even when water availability is limited, when
making happy
consumed
noises,
entirely by
exactly,
one
yeah.
man in a day, it will maintain its efficiency for survival.
Also, I forgot what
for
this
it
is.
has been
I'm
fully
imagining
balanced.
he's
Therefore,
speaking it
consume it completely, avoiding the exchange of food components of the package. Something on these lines. That's what the translator's saying here. And there's preparation instructions and talking about a combustible gel. I guess there's a fuel gel in here. That's interesting. And instructions on water purification. Let's check out the breakfast and lunch component. This thing has a breakfast and lunch, and then a dinner and supper, and then accessories. Oh, it says here it was produced July 2016 and expires July 2018. Cool. Oh, jeez, look at this.
Dude, I hope there's
Retort
like audio.
pouch
I didn't even
inside of
check
an
the
interesting cardboard pack. So this is the white beans with sausage, is what it translates to. Alright, let's see what else we got. Got a sugar packet. Another sugar packet. Let's see here. This is some sort of, I guess these are little fruit candies, little fruit jelly bars. And some drink mixes, or, oh, this is some sort of
Sandy's so
porridge,
small and
I
tiny.
believe. And this translates to a
Computer
cassava flour. I'm not sure what that is. And this
Maybe
is
that's a
some
better
sort
word
of
than I do.
chocolate bar. Cocoa chocolate. Coconut chocolate, I guess. That's pretty interesting. And this is a hardened
Steve,
fruit drink.
1989
I'm sure
Emory
it's still
Info is
fine.
my OG.
It'll reconstitute.
He is
And
one
two
of my
little
favorite
light
guys
hard
of all
breads.
fucking time.
Like a
True
toast.
champ.
And this is coffee with milk.
This is the Brazilian Navy 2016 from 6 years ago. We're gonna go on to the card opening stream though. Uh-oh. Well, 1 second. Oh shit, I took it. Fuck. What oh shit. Well, the camera's all the way over here. I just took the fucking thing out. I plugged in the wrong thing. That's what it was. There we go. Okay, well, the camera turned off as soon as I did that. Camera turned. Oh, there we go. Yay. Okay, cool. Okay. First option. This is for the case open. What do you mean no? Why are you angry? First option is the mystery power box. This is for Ren. Ren gets to choose because Ren redeemed a mini box. Mystery power box Pokemon. Oh god. Let me change the batteries real quick. The batteries are going out. Okay, this is getting worse. You know what, you guys, you're going back to the fucking Steve. You're going back to the Steve. I'm just gonna guess. I'm gonna guess what Steve's doing while I'm getting the batteries now.
A little jam.
That's
little strawberry jam. A regular pack of freeze-dried coffee. And that's it for breakfast and lunch. All right. And then this accessory packet. All right, what's this? Look at this thing. Wow, look at that. Alcohol gel. That's like a fuel gel.
Dude, I guess.
That's something right there. And then some water purification
what is this?
tablet.
This is probably purified tablet.
Decent. And then some sort of hydration drink. This is like a electrolyte beverage drink. Cool. And, oh wow. Okay, so some toilet paper. Then look at this stove. Very neat. And then for dinner and supper. So this is that beef risotto. And then some sort of fruit drink mix. This one's not as hardened up.
What's going on here?
And look at these. Some sort
Who
of
does?
sour
Oh,
candy.
those are like dulce gomas.
Look at that little guy. And another one of those hard breads. And some sort of chocolate drink, a hot chocolate. Looking good. Coffee. Another one of those little light toasts. Another jam. That one looks like guava. Look at that. Another one of these interesting coconut chocolate bars. And 2 packs of sugar. Really covering the bases. Alright,
Okay,
so
guys,
let's
don't
first
worry,
start
I
off
found
with
it.
breakfast. This ration
found
calls
it.
for a
It
small
was
breakfast.
underneath a,
So we're going to be
set of
starting off
armor.
with this toasted
looking at
light
for the
crisp
unfair.
bread,
I found
strawberry jam. Got these little
I don't know
jelly
if this
bars
battery's
is what I'm
charged,
guessing these
though.
are.
That's probably
And we've got this all-in-one coffee. Alright,
Did
let's
Ryan
get this
confirm
out
that
onto
you're
a
still-
tray. Nice. Okay, let's
I'm
first
assuming
start
they
off
wouldn't leave.
with that coffee. Calls for
What do you think
approximately
he gets the
6
MREs?
ounces.
He gets them
Little
from a whole
40-gram
bunch of different
pack.
guys. Gundog is one of the guys he gets them from. He gets them from MRE Mountain. I've had him before as well. Oh shit. There. Okay. Ren. Pokemon Mystery Power Box. You know, thumbs up. Thumbs up. That was a bad thumbs up. Rising Rampage or Soul of the Duelist. Special edition, Return of the Duelist. Yu-Gi-Oh! Mystery Power Box with a pin in it. And because I know where you live, I can give you the pin if you want. Pokemon Mystery Power Box, but this one has a chance for a really old pack in it. Big Yu-Gi-Oh! Mystery Box that has a deck in it. Hidden Arsenal. This is also a mini box. It has a bunch of cards in it. Mini box Cybernetic Horizons, Yu-Gi-Oh! This is a deck build box, so it has a mat and shit in it for Yu-Gi-Oh! And the RCS V-Star box. This gets you a single picture of Arceus in his Trinity Nova form. The hands that fumbled the bag themselves. Cruel. Oh, something else happened too. I accidentally brought ooh, are you sure about that? Ooh, are you a ghost or my fucking high school bully? Why did you say that? Red, make your choice. Also, I brought a bag to the event that was way too big, and I was walking the entire time with it. The one with the pin. You got it, champ. Okay, let's actually just let's crack these boys open. I brought a 15-pound both charger and laptop to the event for both days, and I didn't use it, and it weighed a lot. And then I found out later, I'm opening the thing off stream. I found out later that there was there was 2 zippers and the entire bottom unzipped. So I was walking and I heard a loud crashing sound, looked back at my laptop, my keys, and half of my cards splattered out onto the ground. I got them all in fucking... This is right before my first event too. I got them all and I was fine eventually, but still. Annoying. We have, for you, Ren, you get the Dark Magician pin. Special edition Dark Magician pin. You also have Dimension of Chaos and Flames of Destruction. Let's go Flames of Destruction first. That wasn't Soul Ren? No, Soul Ren didn't get a pack. Mini box. Soul Ren got a single pack. Other Ren. Yeah. Other Ren. Kemi Kitty's also Ren. I don't know what the pack trick is for these. Let's just go like this. Boy Cotton? This was every fucking vapor at the venue. Boy Cotton. Me when I'm ripping some Boy Cotton. Okay. Altergeist Pixiel. Oh, they're cute. Moonflower Cardian, Moonflower Viewing. Flower Cardians are notoriously fucking like a deck that doesn't do anything. Trickstar Nightshade. Trickstars, if you guys like little cute dresses. They wear a lot of them. Me remember that some boycott and Laura see what she's done for others. Pretty fucking funny. I did not invoke any wraths. This is the funniest card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster Reborn. This card says target, well, hold on, what does it say? Yeah, it basically gives your opponent the option of 3 monsters, and you can special summon one of them. It's just a worse Monster Reborn. Defrag Dragon. Oh, there's an entire thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! About, like, dragons that are part of the Cyberverse. This is one of them. Ooh, Phosphorage, the Elemental Lord. Just a super rare, but very shiny. I cannot parse this thing at all. Does it have, like, a body? That's crazy. Oh, and Goki Face Turn. That's a Goki card. And Limit Co. This is another one of the... They're called Cyberses. They're basically just dragons. Yeah, it's strictly worse than Goki is a wrestling archetype. Yes, there's also an archetype called the Dino Wrestlers, which are, as you could understand, wrestlers that are also dinosaurs. One of them is on the limited list because it's too strong. Okay, let's go in. First aid squad. If you guys like really buff guys in maid outfits or nurse outfits, this guy is a repeat offender. He's always in that shit. Magispector Tempest. Hi sir, can he date me? He's not real. He's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. He's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. He's not real. Come on, silly guy. Come on, silly guy. Magispector Tempest is this is a Magispector that is just they're all birds. DDD human resources. So DDD is funny. This archetype is demons that are in a bureaucracy. So like you'll see like this craziest demon lord thing, and they're literally just a middle manager. It's so funny. Initially there were just DDs. First there were Ds, demons, and then DDs, then DDDs. There's now DDDDD, and they're like a CEO. It's really funny. The deck's not too good, but it's funny. Magispector Storm, more cute little guys. DDD contract change. This allows you, the deck like activates contracts constantly. This allows you to swap which contract you have up. TTRPGs and TCGs are basically the same. Super heavy samurai thief. So, okay, moi, horse noise. I'm gonna watch gargoyles with my boyfriends. Have fun with gargoyles. This is indeed a robot. Super heavy samurai is a robot ninja archetype, and they are really bad, except for now, where they're like one of the best decks of all time. Kaiju capture mission. So kaijus are a thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you give them to your opponent by tributing one of their cards. You get rid of one of their cards and you give it to them, and it just fucks up their field. It's just like, imagine if I'm like, hey, instead of having New York City, you have a kaiju. And they're like, I don't want that. And it's like, sorry, you don't have a choice. But this one allows you to take back ones that you gave to your opponent. Giant pearfish. Oh, they're lesbians. Guys, it's 2 lesbian fish. Oh, and their effect is to get another one. That's so cute. We love them. Yuri fish, literally. And dark contract with the witch. So this is a normal common. I'm not positive why my fucking camera is acting up so much. Love wins in Yu-Gi-Oh! Shame sanity didn't. Man, come on. I'm just a little guy. Love Swims pretty good. Love Swims is pretty good. Soren, let me get you your pack. Soren, do you want Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, or Pokemon to be opened on your stead? On your behalf. Shit. I just dropped the fucking lot. Ah! Soren has died and is not responding to me. Very good. Well, everyone whale fall their corpse. Exclamation mark whale fall. I'll say Yu-Gi-Oh! Keep the streaming theme and go. Sure. Yeah, I know it takes you that long to type that. We have. We're gonna have to fucking zoom out, actually. Okay. Power of the Elements. Invasion of Chaos. Also, there's a delay. There shouldn't be a delay. And if there is, that's fucking Soren's fault. Get a faster connection. How is that my fault? Huh? I'm gonna bite. Uh-oh. There's like crumbs from my muffin. Desolate no matter what. Yeah. Yeah. You know that. I think I'm probably soon coming up on like almost one of every card. Or one of every pack, rather. That's Duelist Pack Yugi, Maze of Memories, Cybernetic Horizon, Hidden Summoners. What is that? Amazing Defenders, one of the most recent sets. We have Flames of Destruction. We just opened that. Legendary Duelist Season 5. That is a fat pack. Rob, you can Google them. TCG Player will also tell you. That's a website called tcgplayer.com. Blue Eyes White Dragon Legacy. That is the first ever set. That is the third ever set of Yu-Gi-Oh! We have Judgment of Anubis. We have Rising Rampage. Magnificent Mavens. Secrets of Eternity 2015. That's another Power of the Elements. So we'll just do Battles of Legend, Crystal's Revenge, and that is Duelist Alliance. What do you think? What are you thinking there, Soul Ren? Power of the Elements. Truly one of the sets that destroyed Yu-Gi-Oh! This introduced the tier elements and the sprite archetypes, two of the most powerful archetypes of all time of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it introduced a lot of power creep as well. But nonetheless, we will get going. Oh, I see the first card. You're gonna like them. Melfi Penny. That is archetypal support for the Melfi archetype. Mimesis Elephant, big ass elephant. Rika Princess, alternates the Rika cards. These are really good. Enoch, Century of the Goatee. Fun fact, goatee is pronounced like fish. Like that fucking 2009 meme where GH is enough. O is the short I from women. TI is from like, I don't know, something. But it makes the fish sound when you say goatee. People just call it goatee though. Burnisylph and the Changing Season. Oh, we have Burnisylph with the Falling Mountain. This is the big bear. She's a bear. She's wearing a halo. She's really cute. Morphtronic Earphone. Morphtronics are cards that supposed to look like modern tech, but they came out in 2006. So initially they were like Morphtronic Walkman. But these are fucking AirPods. TR from initial, basically, yeah. So these are AirPods. And Shin, yeah, Potion, yeah. Morphtronic Telephone is an old-fashioned telephone. And Scareclaw Straddle. Scareclaws are interesting cards that want to be in defense position. It's a good looking fellow though. That almost looks like a ghost rare, but I know it's not. All right. Oh, Randy got another pack opening. Oh, my camera was not frozen. She straddled my Scareclaw until I go into defense position. I want a Pokemon pack. Okay. I don't know how many Pokemon packs I have. Break the Yugi stream thing. Okay, well, a little bit, a touch evil. A bit :3 in the chat. That's fine. We accept that still. I might only have those two. Yeah, Brokenosis, that's it. There was a meme that was like, fish, the goatee is pronounced fish. It was from a while ago. I think I only have these two on hand. That is Crown Zenith and Brilliant Stars. So you can choose which one you want. I'll clear the field. I'll clear the playing field. Brilliant Stars it is. Thank you. All right, I'll put these away. And let's get to cracking. I do not know the pack trips. Stream theme ruin. Well, if you ever need your crops to unwilt, I know a guy that has easy access to a lot of water. Darn did chugged all the damn shit. Fuck. Okay. I do not know the pack tricks for these. So we're just going to go straight into it. We have Piplup. We do have Piplup, though. And his ability Bubble. Piplup and Turtwig back-to-back starters? That's gotta mean something, probably. Burmy? They got a fucking crystal. Their ability is hang down. That's so cute. Their ability is chill. That's funny. Impidimp. We likes this guy. I do not know how I feel about this guy. He's a scoundrel. He's like a little freaky guy. Staryu. Oh, Staryu is, I think, 3D. 3D rendered. He is 3D rendered. Looks cool. Execute. I always felt really bad for Execute because 2 of them are cracked. And I'm like, they're dead. They're showing dead guys. I don't want to see dead guys. We have Gorlurk. Okay. Big Hand and Mega Punch. Gorlurk. I could see Rob getting really into Gorlurk. Yeah, that makes sense. Golurk? Golurk? Golurk. That makes more sense. This seems like a Rob style card. Fire Energy. Monferno. I've never seen this guy. Oh, he's the Chimchar evolution. Okay. Cool. Beartic. Why did I get orange all of a sudden? Evolves from Cubchoo? Cubchoo? Boo, Beartic Lane. Oh, okay. We have some discourse in the stream. Fracture. Okay. And the code. Huh. And I don't know. You didn't get any holo cards. That's interesting. Yeah, no holo cards. But you got your boys. You know you got Turtwig and Piplup. They're fucking chilling. They're booling right there. All right. Well, as I begin to end the stream, anyone have any last ones that they would like me to open? If not, we will get ready to start wrapping it up. And don't head out yet, because I'm going to send you guys over to Lake Mojave, who is playing certainly some form of a game. I don't know what it is. It looks like it's some ocean game. Oh, hey, you're still streaming. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, Jessica Pinkmane. You've been in chat the whole time. Jessica Pinkmane, we've been talking to you the whole time. You have to wake up. Jessica Pinkmane, you've been in the hospital for 6 years. You have to wake up. Hey, Sandy, can I DM you my Pokemon cards? I don't know jack shit about Pokemon. But yeah, sure. LOL. Hi, Catch. I knew you were here. Well, that just happened. He's right behind me, isn't he? The he in this instance is the man with a shotgun. My favorite SCP. His ability is kill you. Like with the big fucking kill claw. Kill you with a claw. Why has Catch been awake for over 24 hours? Let's go find them and take all their drugs. Let's make them sober permanently. Let's, like, replace their bloodstream constantly. So that they can never, like, not be sober. Alright, on to the ending screen. Oh, thank you. Oog. Oh! The Oog! I forgot about the Oog! That's the sound effect someone follows. Thanks for uncauses. 26, baby. Go to fucking sleep, Catch. Stop it. Oog. I want to change something with the Biden Blast audio, but I haven't decided yet because I really like my sub sound. I might do it for like either bits or raid. I think bits makes sense, right? Because you can Biden Blast. Like you're fucking hitting me with bits. I like that shit. Let's hold on before we end. I need to fucking see who's on. I didn't check who was off online. I think Lake Mojave is online. I've yet to ever talk to them before, but they seem like fun. / raid Lake Mojave. GDQ is happening. Yeah, Lake Mojave probably needs the viewers a little bit more. Well, not needs, but you guys probably know more about Lake Mojave than you do GDQ. That was an amazing stream. I love the part where you showed the suffering of Christ. Really cool. Thank you. Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for you guys all for all being around. I will be on James' stream tomorrow and Friday for the cold stream where Rob will be joining me. Everyone stay safe, stay warm, stay wet. I will see you all on this stream probably next Tuesday, next Thursday, if not. Next time Shoshigmata. I don't have that, and I never will. 07, Wagadagabo, stay soft, stay frosty, stay hard. You should be cruised by Goth Girls the next tournament. Oh, I fucking hope.